Sunrise morning, such a pretty sight. Pink clouds drifting, pushing back the night. Sunrise morning, I predicted rain, never dreaming the sun would shine again. Last night I couldn't sleep a wink. All I could do was think and wish we'd never said goodbye. That's all. You called me on the phone, said you were coming home, and suddenly I knew, girl, my world begins with you at sunrise. You called me on the phone, said you were coming home, and suddenly I knew, girl, my world begins with you at sunrise. Sunrise morning, I predicted rain. Never, ever dreaming the sun would shine again. So the grass grows greener for you down a nameless avenue. Well, everybody knows that grass never grows in the smoky city air, neath the sun that doesn't care. Come home. Oh, you know you better come home now. Your gypsy jamboree is your sparkling burgundy. Well, everybody knows that grass never grows in a hungry hot dog stand. $50 in your hand. Come home. Oh, little girl, come home now. Are you really happy in your nowhere state of mind? Lost in a paper world, a world that's so unkind, where you burn candles that go in the air, and everybody is your Well, everybody knows that grass never grows in the smoky city air, neath the sun that doesn't care. Come home. Ah, little girl, come on home now. Come on someone really loves you, guess who? Guess who? Someone really cares, guess who? Guess who? Open up your heart, and maybe then you will see, yeah, that that's someone who cares is me. Now you know that it's me now. Someone really loves you. Oh, guess who? Guess who? Guess who? Guess who? Someone really cares. Guess who? Guess who? So open up your heart. Yes, and maybe then you'll see, yeah, that's someone who really cares is me. Tight, it don't seem right. If you don't love me, won't you tell me tonight? I can't stand holding on to a dream I can't have. You're too loose to get tight. I want to love you, I guess I always will. But when I leave you, well, you know the way I feel. I can't stand holding on to a girl I can't love. You're too loose to get tight. But if you ever think you love me, won't you tell me one time you're not too loose to be mine? tight, it don't seem right. If you don't love me, won't you tell me tonight? I can't stand holding on to a dream I can't have. You're too loose to get tight. I want to love you, I guess I always will. But when I leave you, you know the way I feel. I can't stand holding on to a girl I can't love. You're too loose to be right. But if you ever think of love me, won't you tell me one time you're not too loose to be mine? Go now.
Yes, indeed, friends. That is some sod and a little bit of Six the Hard Way to get us kicked off here for the Orange Enemier finale. It's been 16, 17 weeks now in the making, and we are very pleased to present our campaign finale, or at least for this chapter, as it were, for 2024. We've got a lot of RP, a lot of logistics, and not your usual hack and slash tear through the zombie apocalypse that you may have grown accustomed to over the last number of weeks. So sit tight with us, and we'll see just where tonight takes us. Thank you so much for joining in today.
Little pig, let me in.
Yeah.
It's
zombie time.
Not anymore, it's not. We finished them all off. Most of them, anyway.
Why am I seeing a Taco Bell ad on your feed? It's making me hungry.
Taco Bell, what?
Well, how about that?
I had to turn you down, Traj, because I have a bit of a headache still.
Well, all right. Welcome, friends, to our Monday, Tuesday, Sunday evening campaign finale. This will be our final stop before we close 2024 out with our downtime activity. And that's actually going to be starting here in the next few days, actually starting on Friday when we do our damage report stream. That'll be our last official scheduled stream. We'll have a bunch of video game streams and what have you after that. But as anticipated tonight, we have a lot of battening down the hatches, exploration, sorting out any goods that we may find here, and hopefully a fair degree of RP, as you can see here on the map. Here's hoping that I have you all still on the map. Yes, I do. Your tokens may not be here, but with the dynamic lighting shut off, that is less of an issue than it usually would be. And we can see that most of level 2 here has been cleared. There are still a lot of Class D goth zombies spread throughout the shops. Most of them kind of in the central area, like over here. In case you didn't know where the central area was. And our last giant cluster actually came out of the survival store up here. And that is what we see right here. They have been slain as of last night. Most of the combat is now over. And I think let's get your tokens set up here first and foremost. Oh yeah, there's poor deceased Joey, it would appear. Yeah, he got killed.
I thought we were going to bring Joey back.
Yeah, I do have a Phoenix down, and I believe Galric has one as well.
Well, you can't bring them back if they're not dead. There's Pete. There's Bluto. That's right, I'm here. Hello, everybody. And if you missed it last night, we actually had a first. We had a cultist of Nihilus get turned into an orange. So we had an orange cultist, and yes, he was flying around, still retained his ability of flight. So that was an interesting development. We've got Skull Crusher and Super Zara over here, and this whole little passage just got very clustered because there's also a tree ant standing there right now that makes Zara look pretty tiny by comparison. Treant is our companion from Monday night, for those of you unfamiliar.
That's hilarious. I was looking for my token and I forgot that I'm like ginormous.
Alright, I think we've got the rest of our tokens set up here. If not, feel free to just drag yours out. In Mike's case, you're kind of on a delay here, as our party will be finishing clearing out the mall as your battle van and the Sunday night companions come rolling in. So there's not really any need for you to step in to assist with the clearing so much as, well, this is the site that we're supposed to go to in search of the scientist is really all we know him by. And hopefully further developments will happen on that account. What's happening, friends? We got some hype train incoming. Woo, 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 woo. And yes, indeed, I'm going to keep our Monday night tokens here just for completion. We did have some Class C uniques here most of you guys were familiar with. Zombie Libre, the Clown, the Spirit Squad, Zombie, and Jethro. All of them have likewise been defeated. And otherwise, yeah, I'll hold off on some of the finer exploration details for now and let you guys kind of settle into place and do whatever RP you want to do here before we get into that. Thank you so much for joining us tonight here, friends.
So can Zara move over, like, where Bleedle is?
Absolutely.
Just to clarify, I thought the battle van ran out of gas at the casino.
Yes, that is correct. So you're approaching on foot.
It's like the Flintstones car.
Something like that.
Just imagine Ballard carrying you and just sprinting his way over here.
So Zara moves over here where Bleedle is, and she talks to him, and she says, "Hey, did you notice that some of these zombies are damaged by necrotic and poison damage? Do you have any idea about that?"
I didn't even know that there were zombies until we got here. I kind of wish that we were still back in the neighborhood with that big comfy bed. That was a nice bed. Can we go back to that bed? Hello?
Is Bleedle asking Zara to bed?
Yes?
Alright, little bro.
It feels like a
Can
sticky
I
situation.
take out that? Can I take out that vial of blood, and I'm gonna go over to the corner and sit with it, and I want to cast Identify on it.
Oh, damn. Go ahead and post up the Identify spell here. I'm kind of curious offhand how that will work in combination with this magic item.
No idea. But I'm gonna try it out.
I'm sorry, I was talking over you. What's that?
No, I was just saying, yeah, I have no idea either. I just want to try it out, see if it does anything.
Hey, look at that. We just hit our sub goal here. Thank you kindly, friends. 100 subs. Woo woo.
I'll take a pizza sub.
If the item was created by a spell, okay. Well, it is not a magic item or magic imbued object, so the Identify spell does not function in any way that you're familiar with.
It wasn't something created by a spell or anything like that?
It may have been created by a spell, but it is not technically an item per se, which may be where the spell's translation is getting stuck.
Okay, because it also talks about, like, touching a creature, and I know I'm not touching the actual creature, but I'm touching the blood of the creature and seeing if there's any spells related to that.
Very true. Yeah, same result in that respect. The blood itself does not resonate with the Identify.
Okay.
So I know that the other cultists, when they're killed, just like become a robe or whatever. What about the dude who became a zombie? Was his body left behind?
After he was killed, it dissipated as it would any other normal spirit.
Interesting.
Can Zara do a perception check on what she noticed with the zombies and the necrotic and poison?
Sure. Yeah, with that result right there, I mean, it is certainly a curiosity, but it's not giving you any information that you don't already have.
Womp womp.
Ooh, level 6 hype already. Nice.
Were we doing a group perception? Is that what that was? Or sorry.
No, not necessarily.
Okay. Just making sure I wasn't missing something. I'm not going to jump on something that's not including me.
Show.
So.
Can I go over to the body of one of the Class Cs and get a vial of its blood as well?
Absolutely. Easily done. Disgusting
Using
work.
a full action, do I get more than just an ounce?
Oh, definitely. If you're taking your time with it, you could get like a full bottle's worth, like the equivalent of any good potion.
Just don't mistake it for the red healing potions.
That's super.
Zara sees the Monday Night Fairy Dewdrop floating there with the Treant. The Treant's holding on with like less than 10 hit points out of 130 something, so it is very, very injured and wounded, but it just gives a big toothy smile and a wave at the approaching. Wow, you giant fairy! Yonlek is my name.
And I am Zara.
Pleasure.
You too. So Zara's gonna have the same conversation that she had with Bleedle over here with the lady that she sees. And she's gonna ask if she has any knowledge of the differences in these zombies and the damage that they take.
That is one of the larger riddles we all seek to decipher, is it not?
It sure is.
Gonna use the Phoenix down on Joey. Very cool. He will revive with a start. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That is not an experience I would care to repeat. Oh, that was very... Oh, man.
I'll kind of like, I'm not like a doctor or anything, but I'll like kind of examine him, make sure there's like no infections or anything, and then I'll probably give him a regular healing potion as well.
Very cool. Yeah, he can certainly use the 10 HP on top of that. We will take it. Yeah, that'll get him back pretty much to full. 11 out of 12. Level 7 hype train. Good work there, friends. Thank you kindly. Oh, is the best friends thing getting in the way of that? That's weird. It shows us two separate layers here. Where
Yeah, I
am
can't
at.
see the leaderboard, which is weird.
Very strange. Yeah, I can't turn off the charity right now until it reaches completion, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't see a leaderboard either right now. I just see the total that we're at right now, which is like 50% of level 7. Yeah, 42%.
I'll also give Scott a potion as well.
All right. Yeah, he is currently unconscious, so that is much appreciated. And prone as well, but looking around at the battlefield around him, he's just going to stay prone and just kind of give you a very exhausted salute. Just like, fuck. What the hell, man? What do we got into? Well, what about anybody else? What you thinking? Exploration-wise, these are all pretty much a hand wave at this point. A lot of our characters have the orange peeler feat, and if not even a remaining use or two of the orange peeler 2. All that we have left are Class D oranges, so yeah, this will pretty much be like a final sweep from the Monday and Tuesday crew combined, just to make sure that all of them are taken out. But assuming that that is something we want to put together, I will go through the process of clearing out all of these remaining zombies.
Well, yeah, I mean, when it becomes apparent that there are still undead roaming around, I'll join in the hunt.
Yeah, I'll just look to whoever starts moving to go clear out the rest of them and just follow.
I was trying to set up my instant fortress, but I realized I don't have one.
I was going to say, what is happening here?
Oh my god.
Why don't you just go take an oil bath there?
Oh my god. Too soon. Too soon.
Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, so yeah, I will start Xing off all of these zombies here. By all means, proceed with any roleplay or exploration that you wish to do. In the process, while I'm clearing out these zombies, I'm going to reveal the storefronts of these businesses here. In many cases, you're still going to be like, well, that doesn't really tell me what it is, because they're just kind of named after people. But considering that the dynamic lighting is shut off, some of them should be pretty self-explanatory. Like, this is obviously a gym of some sort. This is a clothing store. So the names maybe don't necessarily matter, but it's an additional attention to detail. The upside down rowboat trick, why not? Why not?
So Zara's over here and she sees some odd objects on the tables. And a bunch of them. And she starts to examine them.
Yeah, this would be a electronics store, but a 1970s themed. So all of our flat screens are now replaced by 600-pound TVs that our parents probably put on top of a TV tray. There are, of course, typewriters, tape recorders, video cameras, things of that nature that you could expect to find in a 1970s themed electronics store. The store is called Moons.
It should be called Radio Shack.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I can't. We don't want to get the copyright stuff, so yeah, that place is called Moons.
Is there happens to be a Walkman in there?
Is there a bunch of people with pants around their ankles? Moons?
Yeah, exactly. There would be a Walkman in here, in fact.
Probably a TrackMan.
Yeah.
Are there walkie-talkies?
There are.
Okay, yeah. I think, how many are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe like 5?
Let's just see.
6, I think.
There are 4 pairs of walkie-talkies.
Sweet. So I'm gonna take those and just mess around with them and kind of try to figure out what they do.
Well,
cool. If there's a Walkman in there, I'm taking it, but I'm renaming it the Track Boy.
Joey and Scott will certainly make that process a little easier by introducing you to the AA battery. Our luggage store here, entitled Baggins. Probably one of the more cleverly named stores.
Does it have a bag named Bobo?
Got a sportswear store named Nick's on the north side. We got Bob's Burgers. I guess they didn't have any issues with trademark infringement on that one. Got a survival store called Huntington's up here.
That's funny.
We've got a ladies' fashionista location here called Pink. We've got a sunglasses store called Camiol, a sportswear store called Finesse, a donut store called Donkeys, and I think, yeah, now that we have at least gotten all this out of the way, this will be our most pertinent location, not just on this level, but probably in the entire mall, up here at Huntington's. And of course, the illusion is completely spoiled now that we have the dynamic lighting removed off of here. Where are we at on this hype train right here? I just got news we got another level activated. Level 9 complete. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, coming into level 10 here. Thank you kindly, friends. So, were the dynamic lighting still intact? Obviously, the Huntington store is of interest in and of itself. We've got some power tools, we got some fishing gear, we've got a nice survival tent, some scuba gear here as well. Mostly just your wet feet. But here in the storeroom, which would require a few moments' attention from our lockpicky type characters, we will find some items of interest.
Would a survival tent allow us to take a rest?
I mean, this entire mall, once it's empty, we've got plenty of places to take a rest, but a tent would certainly qualify as one of them. And this location would be one of the last ones that we discover. It is hidden behind a panel, a very cleverly disguised panel in the wall. So it is only our very, very high passive perception characters, and I know we've got at least a couple of them between Monday and Tuesday, so the who isn't necessarily as important as the we eventually find it, such a thing. And, yeah, this will be one of our larger treasure troves of modern weaponry. Once we get through here, let me unlock that, reveal the secret door, pop that open, and, yeah, we've got... Oh, man, I'm trying to do this in some kind of order. Oh, Celeste just stepped on top of... There are some grenades that have been enhanced with a element of fire. So we've got some extra explosive grenades, if you will. We have got a weapon that doesn't really belong here, but when we take into account the whole theme of the coalescence and how everything gets switched around and whatnot, an energy rifle makes sense to a degree. And you won't be able to operate that energy rifle without some power cells, so why not drop a few of those in?
Is it a phased plasma rifle with the 40 watt range?
No, it's not that one. It's the Stormtrooper rifle.
Finally, something Silkus recognizes.
And we likewise have, we have not found this yet, and we didn't really delve too much into it, but if you guys remember Corinne from the cul-de-sac on Tuesday, she made a great point of her excitement upon finding something in a room back in that house we were all hiding in. And it's half of the puzzle. She found a rocket launcher. Unfortunately, there were no rockets. Here, we have some rockets that have been enchanted with the element of cold. So we have some cold missiles here. There are, in fact, 6 of them in this setup here. Let me set that
One
up.
could say cold fusion.
Indeed.
This is the most impressive survival store I've ever seen.
Oh, very, very true. And if the owner were only here to see how his stock somehow mutated during the coalescence, he would be very, very excited. And I suppose we should go inside the back storage room here, where we have got some pills and some more pills. These are essentially just like your potions and your dusts of healing and other themed first aid kit type things in that respect. These are greater and superior potions of healing, so let's get these doors unlocked so you guys can pass through them.
But do we have any rocket-propelled fishing rods?
Not of yet.
Oh, jeez. What a waste.
I can't go Sharknado. So
I mean, I'm an artificer. I can make that happen for you.
do it.
Oh, I guess I should make it so that you guys can see the text layer as well. The number that is below there are the number of pills or potions that we can find here. Likewise with the limited use armaments. The numbers that you can expect to find are listed below. We have another item of interest for our artificer. This is another set of material components right here that will allow you to add a second uncommon magic item to your daily infusions. And then I don't know which one of these is cooler. I know that I'm going to have a lot of fun with one of them, and you guys are going to have a lot of fun with the other one. So I suppose we'll start with the one that I'm going to have fun with.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And then the one that you guys will have some fun with. And they call it a mine. A mine! It's not just a mine, it is a radiant mine. So we can have some serious fun with a radiant mine placed in the right location here. Look at us. We are coming up on that level 11 record. We going to pass it? We going to hit level 12? Where are we going to stop this hype train? Woo, 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 woo.
So the item that you said you're going to have fun with, what was that? Just a card?
Yeah, it looks more like something else.
That's the description of the item. I will wait for somebody to put their grubby little paws on that before I reveal any further.
I was just gonna ask if I could go look into it. I able to get up to it and take a closer look at that thing?
I will let you all sort that out as you will. I'm going to jump off camera here for just a second. Y'all, we just broke the record. Level 11, 69%? 67%. All right. We still got cheers coming in here. Remember, as long as you cheer 100 or more in this hype train, you will be eligible for some of the in-game prizes that we've got coming up here as part of that. Woo, woo, woo!
Do you guys want to start divvying up this stuff?
Might as well. Obviously the Artificer, the extra item goes to Galric. That's non-negotiable.
Yep.
Well, I mean, is there any other artificers that can use it?
No, that's my point.
Exactly, and even from that, like, it doesn't necessarily mean that J-Man's going to be the one using the item. It just means he can craft the item.
Oh, no, I just mean, like, the materials themselves go to him.
Definitely,
Right.
definitely.
I'll definitely go and gather those and start taking a look at that stuff. And if obviously the modern people here, I still have the helmet of telepathy from the last batch of stuff, so I can talk to anybody that needs talking to.
Oh, and speaking of which, I got stuck at the longest frickin' traffic light in the city today off of, I believe it was Durango and Warm Springs, when I saw the engineering van pull into a Chevron. And I was like, well, that's frickin' cool. I'm gonna go U-turn and go spend a few minutes with my friend. And I got stuck at the frickin' light and watched you proceed to fill up and drive away as I was like, turn green, damn it!
Don't mean to interrupt, but we just hit level 12.
Woo! Level 12. Wow, y'all. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. This is a huge honor. I am very grateful to each of you. Thank you kindly, friends. Drunk Pally and Mythwolf going all out. You guys all owe them a big thanks indeed. Got Diego jumping in here, Ari jumping in here. I saw that Rick threw a 5,000 bit cheer earlier. Freaking amazing.
I might have to jump back in later, but I'm all tapped out for the moment.
I love it.
I will get yelled at by the wife later, but I spent a little bit so I could cheer 100.
Aw, thank you, brother. And thank you, Mike's wife in advance as well for being part of it. And I would say at this point, our Sunday evening crew would come approaching the mall. Of course, we are on foot at this point, and we've got, I think, like 9 characters in total between player characters and, actually, no, 11 characters in total between PCs and NPCs.
Yep, you can't forget Lucy-ass Blake Barrington.
Yeah,
That's
Sunday
right.
GT is probably like the biggest group out of this side of the Coalescence.
It's one of them. Thursday would be if they brought all their NPCs with them.
Oh no, yeah, I was just talking about these 3 at the side.
Oh, yeah,
We
yeah.
also have our talking zombie with us.
That's right, yeah. Captain Gotter.
I will take this moment, but talking about numbers, to point out that on this level of the mall, there are 5 toilets.
That's impressive.
At least there's 2
a bunch
levels
of
of the mall.
showers. There's a bunch of showers apparently, but only 5 toilets.
Well, I mean, men can pee in the toilet or in the showers. Women can too, technically.
I just watched that Seinfeld episode last night. It's all pipes, it's all connected. I'll get a plumber right now.
Alright,
Oh
so
man,
Silk is cool.
y'all better include Monday in on some of this loot, because they definitely cleared a good chunk of the mall as well. That is one thing to take
Oh hell
into
yeah!
consideration.
The only thing Silkus is interested in is just this item. It's the really only thing he's interested in.
Which item did you click on?
The one he gave us no description for.
Ah, okay.
Yes, he has.
Do we know what all this other stuff is, or do we have somebody who tells us, oh, this is a mine, radiant mine, or whatever?
As far as the modern tech goes, yeah, with our current party composition, they will definitely help you out in that respect. Identifying, yeah, this is a rifle. The laser rifle, though, they're kind of like, this, we don't I mean, it's definitely a firearm, but it's beyond anything we're familiar with.
Silkus will just immediately just shrug his arms and just start explaining in depth detail what the plasma rifle is.
Oh, there we go.
Alright, well, Xavier and the crew, I guess, will approach the mall cautiously. just in case there's any enemies.
I would say
I'm
drag your
assuming-
token out to like the security entry right here. If you see where I'm pinging, it's kind of like by the secret treasure trove room that they're all hanging out at. And yeah, the rest of your crew will be approaching from there. Of course, you're technically on ground level compared to them on the upper level, but like Celeste and Cedar kind of walking through Huntington's would see through this window your group approaching along the street. So we can certainly coordinate from that point, getting your characters introduced and at least into the mall, so we can kind of hand wave that and start introductions, because we have met briefly in that hazy paradise realm, but whether that was in the past or the future is still kind of undetermined. So we do have a vague recollection of who it is that we're meeting here again, but otherwise, yeah, play it as you will.
Do you want to do me a favor and pull in Ballard as well?
I can.
Okay.
I think we just closed out the hype train at level 12.
Yep, that's what I said.
Amazing. We still got stuff coming in here too, so I don't know how that, I think that just counts as like extra bonus stuff, but as long as they're contributing, it'll all count towards the hype train.
I've earned a hype chest.
Nice. Okay. 16% level 12. Oh, I got a kitty cat with a wine glass. Yeah, I got a kitty cat cheers choo-choo.
You said that there was a kitty cat wine glass in the mall somewhere, and I'm like, oh, where?
I mean, it's a big mall. We could probably find one of those hidden around here somewhere. Thank you all so much, friends. Thank you kindly. This was a very monumental occasion and a amazing way to close out our 2024 gaming activities here. And we still got a fair bit more here tonight. I've got Ballard dragged in here. I just need to preference and put him in the extras folder.
Take your time, no worries.
And
Xavier would be looking around at all the dead bodies and be like, well, this is interesting.
Ballard would just elbow you and just say, you're really not used to this by now? You have been with me, right?
I am. It's just interesting. Quite a few.
Before we divvy everything out, I think we should actually take a step down to level 1, because there are other areas of interest down there. I've turned off the lighting for here also. We will have to, of course, do a sweep against these final zombies. The hardest one is the Class C generic frost zombie. It's not even the new and improved one that can hit for like 50 points of damage in a turn. So you guys will have no trouble taking care of that. And if you can get the power turned on in here and get this place cleaned up, you got a pretty bitchin' arcade here, complete with skee ball and like 6 asteroids machines, because it's like the only video game that existed back at that time. Maybe
I'm
Pong.
down for playing some asteroids and Pong, man.
Pac-Man.
I was playing Asteroids today in class on the Switch.
Nice. Oh no, let's not mention Pac-Man. That's how our channel got banned the first time. Inside joke from early 23 there. Actually had nothing whatsoever to do with it. It was one of the songs that I was using. Alright, let's X out our zombies.
I see another
here.
energy weapon.
I saw somebody pinging on that. Yes, indeed. We do have an energy shotgun over here. And, yeah, that's a pretty cool weapon right there. And likewise, we've got an area that we were preciously close to throughout the entirety of the parking lot combat. The freight elevator. Unfortunately, none of us tried to pick the lock. A few of us tried to open it up and found that it was locked, but all 3 of the doors to the freight elevator are locked. And unfortunately, Had we been able to open it or taken the time to do so, there are 4 pistols in here and a crate of cold rounds for these pistols. 60 rounds in total.
Is it too late to pick that lock?
It's not too late now. It just would have been possibly useful during the combats themselves. Now that we've got all the time in the world to kind of go through and clear all this stuff out, and now it's kind of like, oh man, we were standing next to it the whole time. We even took our long rest in this warehouse right here, and then spread out the next morning. And I mean, you can see based on the state of the parking lot here just how intense Monday night's combats were. And there was like 50 zombies, 4 cultists. They did some work out here.
I see a stray spiritual weapon up in the top right corner.
Oh yeah, there's one.
Yeah, I saw that too.
There's one in the bottom right as well. Those were Johnny's weapons. I just tucked them behind the storage sheds there. And yep, we've got the beacons that lead to the store of Vorn Enor. That's her right over here. So any of you who've been visiting her between sessions or during sessions, this is where you go.
Hey, Brad, there's a fort down here.
This might be of particular interest to Celeste right here, the K and O apparel. A little outside joke there. Yeah, pretty cool sports apparel themed store there, but they've got a nice variety. Looks like that place was almost entirely ransacked. They must have had some choice goods.
Or a really good sale on.
Yeah, exactly. And likewise, we've got Blowout's bookstore over here to the north of K&O Apparel. We've got the Big Bang Toy Store just to the north of that. We do have a locked elevator here with a dead guy who, unfortunately, yeah, this just was not his day. He got disemboweled by a zombie, but he made his con save, so he just died and didn't turn into an orange, and his weapon got trapped in here along with him. So that is something we will also be able to recover. Energy shotgun. Unfortunately, this place will not be of much use to us until we get the energy back on. The Schlecker's Ice Cream Store, just to the west of that. We've got, this might be of interest to us in a variety of aspects. The Plants 3000 store, especially considering the boxes of seeds that are inside of the storeroom of the back of there. Could be very, very useful.
Are those gems I see down here?
The finest jewelry has been completely ransacked. Every case shattered, every piece of jewelry stolen. Nobody was able to get inside of the storeroom, however. And it is here where we will find 33,000 gold pieces worth of rare coins and gems. This will be of particular interest to decide how we split it.
All of them into 300 gold piece diamonds so that we can use them for Revivify.
Can we get like a handout that we can put like for party?
Yeah, just say, yeah.
I will craft that for you right now. Orange Enemier Treasury. Alright, all the way at the top there, that is set. We've got a perfumery here on this level as well. We've got the kiosk of comics, toys, and rare memorabilia. Many of us have been in this store already. It's how we met Vorn and Nor. Restrooms, supply room. If you guys need rat traps for anything, you got them. We've got the pizza parlor. We've got Happy Chopsticks Chinese. We've got Sally and Friends Coffee Shop, which also has 9 stim shots right back here. Just like potions and any of the other themed items, these are perhaps most in place in our futuristic Star Wars setting. And there are 9 of them. They are greater potions of healing, effectively, for that purpose. We got another dead.
Or as you called them, stem shots so espresso.
That could work as well. We've got Big B's Burgers. This mall's got 2 burger shops in it. Bob's upstairs. And 2 donut stores as well. We don't have Randy's Donuts. We have Roundy's Donuts right here. And we've got the semi-Japanese cuisine. Children's apparel store. In case Marl ever makes his way here, I guess. We got Space Trouble Arcade. We already kind of explored that. Carly's Apparel. And Sunday Dreams Apparel for your church-going needs.
We also have hot dogs, it looks like, outside and a newsstand.
Yes, indeed. Those did not get their own designation beyond that, but yeah, we did have a couple of outside little carts as well. And otherwise, I will go about clearing the rest of the undead. I think we've got them all already. Oh, except this
What
guy
are those,
hanging
like,
out.
special shirts you got in that room there?
Show it to me. Over there. Ah, yes. Good spot over here. These are tactical body armor. Technically, Elven Chain would be our translative item. So 4 suits of Elven Chain. Just themed as body armor.
Well, I know where Xavier will be heading to, is the bookstore.
And apparently there's 2 cars.
What's this area down here?
I am not seeing your ping.
Bottom left, so north or southwest.
The food court?
No,
Like
all the way down
outside
to
of the building, like across the road.
Oh, that's the other security office. They have one at each side of the parking lot, like for people to be able to park back here, because it's like employee parking or freight delivery, what have you.
The God Shack is a little old place where we can't get together.
Then, of course, you've got your standard parking out here on the front side of the lot.
Are these escalators down by the cars?
Those are escalators, yes.
And they're going down, or are they going up to the 2nd floor?
Up to the 2nd. Yeah, there is no subterranean level to the mall here. And here, one final little detour for all of you. I don't think you guys have gotten to see the directory yet, but once we clear the place and have everything well in hand, you can get a look at how it's all arranged in perhaps a slightly easier navigated format. Otherwise, let's go back to level 2. That blueprint also exists as a handout, so I will share that with all of you so you can check that out at your leisure. And yes, indeed, now it would seem to be the time to discuss how we want to split this stuff here. And let's just get... I'm going to start lining up characters on the rooftop of the warehouse out here. These are all people who may potentially be entitled to a split, as they are starting off as NPCs. I don't want to assume one way or the other. Likewise, we've got characters from Monday. We've got Casper here, who unfortunately is, I think at this point, not here as often as he has been here. We got Dewdrop from Monday. We got Skull Crusher there. Yeah, we got Yonlek, who probably doesn't care about anything of this nature.
Not to mention he'd crush the roof because of his size.
No, sturdy roof. Yonlek not as heavy as looks. Do not insinuate my weight.
I'm still waiting for him to just say, I am Yonlik.
Would this be humorous?
To me, maybe.
Yonlek, am I?
Closer.
The pill was 9 greater and 4 superior?
That is correct, yes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if somebody was writing the stuff down.
I think someone's putting it into that treasury.
I think Caitlin's doing it, yeah.
Oh, we got Bleedle here as well. And we've got NPCs left behind at the cul-de-sac.
Hey, Sandwich Man.
Oh yeah, where's his character sheet at?
Can't forget about him.
Oh, that's brilliant. I think I have to introduce Sandwich Sammy to, oh gosh, Submarine. We'll come up with a name for her later. But yeah, we've got a little gnome here. Who's
Submarine
also got...
Susie.
Thank you. I was tripping over myself. I could only think of one name with an S, and I'm like, not that one.
Sandwich Sammy and Submarine Sammy?
And I thought of that too, but I was like, well, let's do something a little different at least.
How many of the ice bullets for the handguns were there?
60.
60.
Yeah, 60 rounds. Enough for each gun to get 15 rounds in it total there.
So Xavier would be asking if anyone is traveling with a scientist from the casino.
I think I've got the list of Daniel, if you want to double check it to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Thank you for that, brother.
I would look at Xavier and be like, well, I'm kind of a scientist, but I'm not from a casino.
There was a group that was living in the casino. It got overrun, and the last notations we saw was that they were heading towards here, a place that just recently appeared. One of them specifically knew how to make food for the horseless carriages.
Did you get the 33,000? That would be the most. 33,000, not 30,000. Laser rifle, radiant mine. Radiant mine does 10 die 6 damage. It's basically like a placeable, like kind of like the old school delayed blast fireball, but radiant damage.
And didn't you say there were 2
energy shotguns, or did I misunderstand that?
There's an energy rifle. There's a laser rifle, and then there is a laser shotgun.
Oh, okay, good.
More like an energy shotgun, though. Pills look good. Elven chain, pistols. Oh yeah, I started to get into this, but I kind of lost track. The uncommon item materials that you now have enough materials in total that you can either make 2 uncommons or 1 rare.
And then was I able to make like a perception or like a check on this thing to figure out what it was?
I would like to see you try. Let's have you roll something.
Well, let's start
Can I
off.
get
Does it
guidance
look
for
magical to
energy?
me enough to figure out what kind of magic it is or something like that?
There's no obvious magic radiating from it. Guidance would certainly be in play. 4 walkie-talkies, yep, that's definitely valuable. Basically like technological sending stones. I would say we don't have to worry about AA batteries or anything in that respect. Like we basically just have enough batteries to fuel our walkie-talkies.
The 4 sets of walkie-talkies, is that 2 each for a total of 8?
It is, correct.
Do you think perception would be fine for the item thingy?
You can roll perception.
Okay, cool. And you said, I think somebody said I had guidance for that?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, cool. Oh, good lord.
Wow. Let me try perception. Because I probably
I'm just going to spend an inspiration. Yeah, I'm just going to use an inspiration on that and make it a 21.
It appears to be made of gosh. What did I... Damn it, Cardathi iron. It's like a supercharged galactic iron, only found on a few planets throughout the settled regions. Mechanically, it mostly translates as mithril, but its rare and natural unstable properties have made it a valuable material for magic items as well.
So is it just the container is just the materials? Is that...
You're able to tell what it's made out of, but yeah, perception check, even had you rolled like a 50 DC, is probably not going to tell you what it does.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, unless it were like a common magic item. You'd be like, oh yeah, that's a bag of holding. I know what that is.
No, I just wanted to make sure it was just the material that I found out as of right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, the design on it is pretty curious. You're not sure if that's a religious or a scientific or possibly some kind of faction. A square, a cube, and whatever that separated star is on perhaps a glass background. Yeah, it's not anything that any of you are familiar with offhand.
So did Rusty come up and talk to me when I said I was looking for the scientist? Is that why you popped his face up?
He did not. I was just laughing at the fact that nobody really knows who he is because he has never identified himself as such. There's also the language barrier still at this point.
Okay.
That, and I don't think any of Monday Crew would even know really who Rusty is, regardless. So
he's been a badass. He's been a badass. Not
Monday.
I
meant Tuesday.
Oh,
I meant
definitely.
Tuesday Crew, not Monday Crew. My bad.
I mean, even Monday Crew know him as a fighter more than anything. They would be like, yeah, scientist, what? What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, knowing that I have the helm of telepathy, I will, start asking people, hey, are you a scientist? Do you know a scientist? Are you a scientist? Do you know a scientist?
I mean,
Oh, great.
technically, I could use my telepathy too because I do know bits and pieces of English.
You get a lot of "I do not like them, Sam. I am" in response.
Wait, who are we talking to?
He was talking to Shags.
His character has learned how to speak English primarily from Green Eggs and Ham and Of Mice and Men.
Oh my god.
We've thought about giving him the Watership Down book to make it a perfect trifecta.
I can understand English with a spell.
Oh, we definitely have multiple ways of getting around it. It's just, in most cases, not a direct speaking to the person in their language. But Rusty, for whatever reason, is not revealing his status, nor is anybody ratting him out.
I too have comprehend languages, but I also can read any writing. So is there writing on that thing that Silkus is looking at?
1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish.
Woohoo!
I like
That's
that
better than
everybody
the ghetto
gets,
version.
I like that everybody gets different emotes for the hype train. That's pretty awesome.
So after nobody coughs up a scientist, I kind of like it. The groom's like, sorry to say, buddy, I don't think you're whoever you're looking for must not have made it here.
Well, that happens. I guess I've got some work cut out for me then.
I mean, what do you need anyway?
We need to make food for the horseless carriages so that we can continue traveling using them.
I just Bauer just elbows you and I just say it's called gas.
Yeah,
Gas.
I've heard a bit about it. I think I can figure it out if given enough time.
Scott seems particularly interested in any of this conversation as to why Rusty is being sought out. So he is. It doesn't take a very good it doesn't take a very high passive insight to notice that he's kind of like lingering around the corner, always kind of present when people are talking about it. Like he's definitely paying attention.
Rusty is or Scott?
Scott.
He still doesn't understand, though, English, right? Or common, right?
Correct.
Oh,
So
if I see him like hanging out, I'll use my telepathy and be like, "What's up, Scott? You need something?"
if he's curious, what I'll do is I'll pull out my book.
Just keeping an eye out. I don't know a lot of these people, and we just added an even dozen into what's supposed to be our house, you know?
Oh yeah, I totally get that. We're talking about trying to get fuel. How to make fuel for the. They call them horses carriages. I know they're called automobiles. I know that word. So they're talking about making sure we can keep them going.
Wow. Yeah, this is definitely worth a brief pause here. We just got Ari signed up as an annual subscriber here for the best DM ever. Thank you so much. Much love, friend. Y'all are amazing. I appreciate y'all so much. Well, you think this extends to perhaps like I don't know, hyperfuel might be a shorter and more appropriate way of saying it for the chopper, the helicopter.
What?
You didn't see that, but yeah, some of these other guys are talking that they got a helicopter parked at a junkyard only a few miles away, and up till yesterday, yeah, it was operational. Just ran out of juice, just like everything else seems to be.
I would assume it can't be too much different, right?
I imagine same wheelhouse, just maybe different octane. I don't know the verbiage, but it's two different fuel sources as far as I know. As far as the how to create, I don't know.
Okay, well, I mean, like I said, if I have enough time to kind of tinker around with something, I can usually figure it out.
Well, we batting this place down. I think we got a pretty secure digs here. Just got to find out where everybody's going to stay at, and if these newcomers are planning on trying to share our space here and whatnot. I imagine you can kind of suss that out of them better than I can.
Well, I'm not no great at picking up on lies or whatever. That's what you mean.
I could stay in a tent.
Maybe between like all of you.
Oh, right.
Since y'all
So
kind of speak
to
the same
Scott-
language.
Yeah, to Scott, in like very broken English from what he's learned so far, he'll be like, "Hello, my name, Xavier."
Yeah, Xavier. They call me Scott.
He'll hold out his hand for a handshake like he's seen other people do.
He will take your hand, and yeah, it's obvious he's trying to put a little pressure into the squeeze here, but the best he can muster is an average.
He still seems a little bit stronger than what Xavier is when it comes to that, but you will notice, of course, the burned and crackly skin of Xavier when he does grab hold of it.
Jeez, man, get this guy some fucking aloe.
Xavier just kind of smiles a bit to that.
Yeah, I guess, let's say to Scott, we should get everybody working on making sure this place is secure. I can start working on figuring some things out, since if there's anybody else amongst your people, I say kind of, because you all speak the same language, that you can figure out, can do kind of what I can do and like figure stuff out and know how to do things, then we should all get us together so we can do it together.
Sounds
Casino.
reasonable.
Casino cleared. Other safe haven also.
It's funny. Me and Scott are both just like looking at him. Scott, because he's like, why is he talking like an idiot? I'm looking at him because I don't understand what he's saying.
Scott just kind of shrugs to the mention of the casino. You know, like, big fucking deal.
Ballard will just shrug as he looks at the conversation and just starts like picking the zombie guts off of him.
Yeah, you don't feel so hot having worn that stuff all over you there for a while, but fortunately you made that con save. It's not pleasant to fail it. Fortunately, it's not like, oh my god, I failed. I now am infected and turned into an orange, but it does carry its own unique little sickness with it that can be particularly debilitating.
I was glad that both me and Jax succeeded. Yeah.
Yeah, both of you are good in that respect, so that's cool. Did we lose Brad from the Roll20?
Looks like it.
No, I'm still here.
You're in the Roll20?
Yeah, he's in the voice chat at least, so he's here for the RP. I just didn't see.
Yeah.
I didn't see him in Roll20 because yeah, his token is kind of standing off here, all by himself. He's like, what? He doesn't want to be part of the party.
I thought
I would think he would be.
You moved us all to the
another
roof.
barbarian.
Yeah, I was only moving the NPCs, but I just moved you up here as well, just so you can be part of the fun.
Yeah, I was still under my rowboat, I guess.
You guys just hear a muffled row, row, row your boat.
So, to make it easier, Xavier's going to actually ritually cast Comprehend Languages so we can understand Scott. Would that allow me to actually connect with him through telepathy, because technically we now speak a common language?
Post it up.
You added a boat.
There you go, buddy. We got a follow from Jade Love Flower. Thank you kindly, friend. Are you with us? How you doing
I
tonight?
appreciate it.
Skull Crusher's instant rowboat. All right. I would say so. Sure. You can speak to him telepathically just as broken as you are now. Audibly.
All right. Is
Hey,
this
want to
easier?
come see my rowboat?
Is this easier for you to understand me?
He answers audibly, because of course he can't respond telepathically. He just kind of looks around at everybody. Is this normal? People, like, invading your mind? Anybody?
I gotta
Sorry. It is
respond to
just
him with the helmet. I mean, I've been doing it for a while now.
Yeah, I didn't realize so many people possessed this this power. Like it's kind of it's just a shock to go from like your normal conversation and all of a sudden somebody's like crawling around inside your brain.
I can't answer for him. I don't know what he's doing, but if you want to use the helmet, you're more than welcome to.
I could see it. Yeah, I could see the usefulness of it. I don't know. I would say it's easier.
Well, I am using a spell to understand your language easier. I have been learning it slowly from reading books. And he holds out his Of Mice and Men and his Green Eggs and Ham.
It's a hell of a catalog.
It's what we found so far.
Oh, Ballard versus Skullcrusher, barbarian mix-off. Let's do it.
No, Bauer just is smelling the familiar smell of Arm Ripper.
And what smell does that remind you of?
Just one of my Paw's friends called Arm Ripper. Nothing to concern yourself with.
So, we followed a lead that there was a group at the casino with a scientist who was able to make gas, as he kind of turns and looks over at Ballard, for the horseless carriages. When we got there, the casino was overrun. We cleared it away. We found this person, and I kind of point over to the dwarf and the undead lady. But only a notation that the scientist was heading towards this place on the lake that appeared.
Why you tell me your life story, man?
Oh, that's not my life story. My life story goes way back.
Oh God, that wasn't an invitation.
So, we followed the trail here, in hopes of finding the scientist who may be able to help the community that we've come from on creating more gas.
Most of you have not seen this side of Scott before because we've pretty much only coexisted in the space of combat. These are additions that I plan to address more during our upcoming downtime, especially as we're going to have a number of weeks to spend together in more or less peaceable circumstances. And some of these NPCs' personalities are going to come to light, and some of them are not going to be pleasant people to hang around. Scott is probably the top of the unpleasant personality category right there. So he was kind of not doing a very good job trying to spy on conversation that was going on, and now that he's being involved in something like this, he first tries to rather bluntly just be like, what the fuck, bro? Why are you sharing this with me? I don't know you. And then upon the conversation continuing, he literally just about faces and walks out and just kind of leaves Xavier talking to himself.
Xavier just sighs.
Boward will just give him a mean look as he looks back at Xavier.
Scott's like, what the fuck, man? I just walked in here to see who these people are, and this guy's like, oh, well, I was born in the year 1971, and I come from a little town outside of Arkansas, and my formative memories, and he's just fucking walking off, just grumbling, all pissed off.
I look at Xavier and be like, well, maybe that'll teach him not to spy on people.
I guess so,
was just
man.
curious on our conversation.
Me too, that's why I included him.
I did see a store on the main floor that had more of these books. I think it would be a good spot for us to go and research.
Well, I mean, I guess if you want to learn their language, I have other things to apparently learn how to do.
Well, no. I was thinking maybe there are some books on this gas and such.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
All right. Well, I think I want to go down that way and see what I can find if anyone cares to join me. And he's going to look over to oh God, I'm having a brain fart. My head has been just driving me nuts. What's our character's name? Young. And I'll ask if Yoon wants to accompany me to help me in finding books that may be helpful.
Yeah, why not? Sounds like a good a task as any.
Selkis will go back to the armory to see if he can find more about this item. Like maybe the origins of the art on it or something like that.
Oh, I mean, I'll take a look at it too. Is it anything I can recognize?
Definitely.
I'm surprised he's not trying to grill me 20 questions to be like, what do you know about it? Where did it come from? Why did it never? Oh my god!
I'm leaving you alone tonight, you shush.
That's right, leave me alone. I'm gonna go back to my little cave now.
You're the one who spoke up.
Is there an option to spend our berserker bucks where you have to talk all night like that?
Berserker bucks. I love it.
I got 50,000 berserker bucks.
Please, do it.
All night like
Are you going to change it from Beskar to Berserker now? That's awesome.
Berserker Battalion.
Berserker.
Here comes.
Here comes Randall. He's a berserker.
My love for you is ticking clock. Berserker. Oh, good stuff. No, I don't have a redemption option for that voice yet, but it seems that based on popular demand, I should probably add one next to the Arnold and the Sebastian voice.
Yeah, can I figure anything out about that item?
Not from the room you're in right now, but you can certainly roll over there and give it your best go with whatever skill you think might be useful to the task. Dances with wolves. You got paper? Give it to me. Going for an Arcana check. This thing is not obviously a magic item, 23, alright. Nor is it obviously magically relatable.
Would I be able?
It could be a form of currency based on the intricate engravings, or it might be like a key of some sort, like maybe like trying to get in somewhere. Where's your invitation? And something like this might be the answer.
Would I be able to back that up with like a history check?
You can roll.
Oh, good lord. Oh, here it does that. That's 20.
Yeah, nothing in that respect. Gonna go for the identify, huh?
Hey, I'm feeling insightful.
Your insight is telling you that while Galric is in the 1-minute process of casting Identify, and as he's reaching out to touch this thing, that it might not be the best idea.
Are you sure he's not
Hey,
trying
Garlic,
to start
hold
to grow?
on. Don't touch it. Hold up.
Garlic.
I look at Skullcracker. Why did you fart on it?
Knowing him, maybe that's
I'm
not
getting the
point.
same kind of rumbling in my tumbling. It's just a bad feeling, man. I don't know if you should touch it. I don't know why. Maybe somebody smarter than me can look at it.
I already tried looking at it.
Who says you're
I-
smarter than him? Everybody can
A
hear.
lot. I never said I was smarter than you, though.
Nobody's as smart as me.
Then you want to tell us what it is?
Oh, I know what it is.
Then what is it?
It's a 42.
42 monkeys in a barrel?
That's the answer to everything.
Oh, I thought that was 24. Man, I got it backwards.
No, it's really 37. Just no one ever knows it.
Yeah, perception. I mean, this is obviously something that none of you have ever seen before. The material it's made out of, only one of you has ever seen before. And the engraving, likewise, not anything any of you are familiar with. So this is kind of a mystery on all accounts. But even with as good as some of you are rolling here, it's just kind of like, I don't know what this is. But there is...
Is it covered in oil?
It's not covered in oil.
Then I'm out.
You Brad.
The barbells are, however, it's called extreme weightlifting. Like, it's very hard to maintain your grasp on it while you're lifting it, and it can constantly like slip out and like dislocate your wrist.
The whole gym is slathered.
Don't you hate it when it slips out?
Yikes.
So, knowing what I do with magic as an artificer, if I were to only touch it with like tools, would that be okay? Or would that also be considered touching it for things like curses and stuff?
It really depends on how effective the curse is. If it's like your standard run-of-the-mill, you might be able to bypass it with gloves or tools or something like that. If it's something more powerful, it might be able to extend through such a thing.
Alright, so I'll, after Skullcrusher warns us off of it, I pull out some tools, kind of consider it, and then look over at Silkus and be like, if this thing has any kind of curse or bad juju on it, using tools long enough could get around it, but if it's a strong enough effect, it'll still zap whoever's touching the tools. So I don't know if we want to even mess with that yet. I don't have the means to truly analyze what magical effects are on here without touching it.
If you ask the barbarian nicely, he'll touch it.
Are those Roombas?
Oh my.
It's not cube tea, is it?
We don't hear Ice Cube playing in the background, right?
I think you're muted there, boss.
Aw, my bad. Yeah, I was gonna say I couldn't find any tea, but I did find the little teacups ride from Disneyland. And then
I thought those were just Roombas.
I did eventually find a little kettle of tea here that Brad can get into there. He's got his rowboat and his tea. He's fine.
You gotta find him a little grill so that he can start cooking, and then he'll be perfect.
I've got one in my bag.
All of a sudden, a horse appears in the middle of the sports store.
Forgot it's not the horse.
Sorry, Skullcrusher. I don't want you to touch it. I'm not that kind of guy.
Is this a rifle over here as well?
That is a rifle, but it has had all of its firing parts disassembled, so it's basically just a shell of a rifle at this point.
Wah, wah.
Survival check, yeah, he's breaking out the hibachi grill, the full-on grill. He's got a skateboard leaned up against the side of the like that tent is starting to look very homey.
I guess Skullcrusher found his new home base.
Right. You guys don't know when he found this, but apparently he also grabbed a basketball hoop and a hockey net, and he's setting it up in the corner.
Was there any sleeping bags around in here?
There would be, yes, in the storage room.
Okay. Xavier would grab one of those sleeping bags and bring it down with him into the bookstore.
Show.
Ballard would be following you as well.
All right.
I didn't know if the survival check would help with touching that thing.
Well, it depends if you go up and touch it, actually. Just offhand, you wouldn't think you touching it would be any better than anybody else. What was up? What were you saying there, Kimberly?
Oh, I was gonna ask Silkus. So what's the deal with that staff anyway?
What's your deal? You shush. I'm trying to have a conversation. It depends on what you mean. As I look back up at you.
Well, considering it has started and stopped fires a couple of times, I'm a little curious.
If you're talking in that respect, it's because it's not particularly happy that... I'm guessing it's not particularly happy that I'm the one who has it now instead of my master, who used to own it before me.
So you stole it?
No, I didn't steal it. He kind of just, gave it to me.
And it talks to you?
Apparently. I never heard it talk when...
It's talked to everybody a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time it's just to me, but you guys have
he totally
heard it
stole
every
it.
time.
He totally stole me.
You shush.
I was not
just because you're not happy that Guan Vet is not your owner anymore doesn't mean you get to cry about it. Shush.
I was not willingly gifted or taken.
You were gifted, and you're gonna like it.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Has it been attuned?
No.
I would say blink twice if you're in danger, but you don't have any eyes.
2 fireballs launch off against the side of the store. You guys continue your RP, your exploration, your decisions here as we continue our final
Hey, be careful with that fire. You're gonna sink my boat.
Yes, indeed. I'm gonna send us to the BRB here for about 10 minutes or so, friends. So we'll catch up with you shortly. Are you with us?
I really think you should have to randomly roll 1d4 or 1d6 for splinter damage.
That depends on how vigorously he polishes it.
Well, we've seen him polishing it many times. That staff likes to be clean.
Hey there, folks.
Hello.
Is that Westy?
Yeah,
Westy.
Raids were done
Yeah,
early,
it's a Westy.
so able to get in right at break.
Sweet.
Sick.
Did you get on the hype train?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think I saw
I'm drunk,
him
Pally.
doing some
Oh, that's right.
gifts and stuff. I was kind of trying to lay off most of it. Then again, I have no idea where this leaderboard ranges because I can't
Yeah,
see it.
stupid donation shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I have no idea where the leaderboard
Screw
is.
those
I just did what I did
donations.
just to get the level up. But
I will never donate through something like Twitch or anything like that because
Oh,
chances
definitely.
are they're just using it as a write-up, passing it through. So
Hell
fuck
yeah.
them.
Well, and they only have to give like 6 or 7% of donations.
Well,
Like
it
it's
says
crazy.
they don't take a cut, but they still get a tax write-off for shit like that. That's why, like the fast food place. Oh, you want to round up to $1? Fuck no, I don't. I'm an asshole.
They do take a cut. They take a cut to pay for the people running the thing. 100% they do. There are very few charities that
No, that's the charity. I'm saying like Twitch and fast food places that ask you to round up to
Grocery stores and
$1.
stuff like that. Yeah.
They
Like
write that off as a
stores,
tax
yeah.
break.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're basically taking your tax break and like using that
Mhm.
themselves.
Because they don't get enough.
That's almost as bad as the skit I saw where Tippy
Oh, believe me,
was
I
this
know. I
little
work at a grocery store.
cartoon that helped people like do their transaction, and then Tippy wanted a tip on top of the tip for the cashier.
I think that's what we're going to call the staff from now on, Tippy.
Tippy the staff.
I like it.
That's. Yeah, the other day Chick-fil-A was like, "Would you like to make a donation?" And then
hell
I
no.
found out it was like a $10 bag of cookies that you had to purchase. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, they don't tell you how much until you say yes, and then they try and guilt you for not being willing to pay $10 for a bag of cookies.
So
I will
I don't
donate
know.
food to food drives and toys to toy drives, and that's about it.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a big fan of chicken in the first place, but that's one of those places I wouldn't go to.
Depends on the type of chicken. I don't really like Chick-fil-A, just the way that they season.
I had a Chick-fil-A breakfast sandwich, a chicken biscuit with egg and pepper jack cheese this morning for breakfast. It was delicious.
The Chick-fil-A company can dine as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, Girl Scouts get me even worse. I paid $20 for a thing of popcorn the other day.
You're
That's Boy
lying. You
Scouts.
paid $20.
There's one thing for Girl
a
Scouts
box
that
of
I will
popcorn.
always be getting, and that is those mint chocolate dipped cookies.
Go to Aldi.
Oh
Yeah, Thin
my
Mints.
Go
god!
to Aldi. They're a lot cheaper. Same thing.
It's $5 a box. I'm okay with that. I will
cheaper.
spend that when they come out.
This
And
was
we don't have an
$20
Aldi
for
where I live.
popcorn.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
Girl
but then you
Scout
also
cookies
don't
money
look
goes
here.
to Girl Scouts. Like that.
Are
that
they
money
made of
you
real
still
Girl
goes
Scouts?
directly in. Yep. They're not. You know,
Oh.
there's different distributors though. So we used to have. So my wife used to be way up in the Girl Scouts when her daughter was in it, and she was in charge of that. And they voted in Las Vegas to switch companies, and the cookies went down in like taste. The old distributor of the cookies were way better.
Mm-hmm.
That's crappy.
Yeah, they wanted to save $10 a box. They didn't change their price. They were saving $10, but the cookies aren't near as good. We have to go to California to get Girl Scout cookies.
No, I believe it. The popcorn wasn't even that good. It burned.
That's Boy Scouts. Boy Scouts don't know how to make popcorn. They know how to make s'mores and shoot arrows.
I know how to shoot arrows.
So you guys cleaned up all the zombies?
Yeah, all the zombies are dead, and I was also gonna say, if you want to look through all the loot, there's the treasury in the character journals.
See,
we did no fighting tonight.
I wanted to
Yeah,
argue with you that Boy
we
Scouts
went an
do know
extra
how to make
round to
popcorn.
kill everything, so.
Yeah,
But the last time I made popcorn, it was a disaster. It got everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you make it in the
Yeah,
microwave
you're
in a
not
bag?
popcorn anymore. No, he got like one of those old school like shaky over the
Jiffy Pops.
Jiffy
stove,
Pops.
like, and it turns into this big ball. Yeah. So like he
It
fucked that
exploded.
thing up opening it. I put it on the stove, and then we had popcorn flying everywhere in our RV. And
It
yeah, we had
exploded.
to throw it all
It went
away.
everywhere.
That's
Damn
awesome.
thing was contents under pressure.
Jiffy Pops were great when I was a kid. I remember they were the best.
So there's a flea market that throughout the summer and like late spring, early fall is open nearby where I live, and they actually make the old school kettle corn. Oh my god, that's
In a big cauldron.
Nice.
Yes.
It's the best. There's a
love
place
that.
at our Ren Fair that does that. It's amazing.
We just have places on the side of the road that sell boiled peanuts.
Interesting.
Wait, is that what I got to
And
look forward to
varieties
when
of
I move to Georgia? I can just get
Yeah.
some boiled peanuts.
And fruit.
Boiled
Lots of fruit.
peanuts. That's right.
and boiled peanuts. Oh, and
Oh,
butter.
I bet you good blackberries and blueberries and peaches.
We do have good peaches.
I have a mulberry tree, a peach tree, or 2 peach trees, an apricot tree, and a cherry tree that we just planted this year. But they, of course,
But what
haven't
state
beared
are you
any
in?
fruit yet. I'm in Canada.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's cool.
Okay, Canada's one of the prettiest places I've ever been.
We
I
also
only got to
turned
see
our
Fern,
entire
but
front yard
damn,
into a big garden.
Yeah, I'll have a big old garden in Georgia when we get there. I think we said it on.
Until
we keep going to Trenton.
Until the deer eat it, let me tell you.
Oh no, I'll
Yeah.
shoot that deer. That'll be in my freezer.
Oh, deer jerky. Yum.
Terry planted trees in the back that were supposed to have some kind of fruit, and I've been waiting 12 years and I've never seen anything.
You ran over them with the lawnmower.
You are not supposed to drink and drive the lawnmower.
His lawnmower
I
almost
got
went into our pond.
You would think that would be common sense.
That's straight
No,
out of
no,
an I
I-
Love Lucy episode.
I had to get the neighbor to bring the lawnmower over to pull my lawnmower out.
I don't know.
Do you have like a riding
we used
lawnmower?
to do
Yeah.
at the campgrounds. We used to do lawnmower races and stuff like that, and there was lots of drinking involved in those.
Please don't give him any additional ideas.
Well, the lawnmower got stuck on a damn tree stump. I guess it had cut the tree in half, and then the stump just kind of caught it, and I had to get the neighbor to pull me out.
See, you need a bush hog. That's what
I don't
you
know
need.
where the hell the tree came from. It
That
just
reminds
popped
me of
up.
one of my favorite forensic file episodes where the murderers like go out and dump the body in the desert, and then their car gets stuck out there, so they have to call their dad to come get them out, and their dad gets stuck trying to tow them out, so they have to call the tow truck to come out. And when the forensic investigators show up out there, they're like, well, it looks like there were at least 3 vehicles involved in this incident. This is because everybody kept getting stuck out there.
That's funny.
Well, that's one way to confuse them.
Yeah, and it was just hilarity upon hilarity. They found a cell phone out in the middle of the brush, and they tracked it down to the tow truck driver, and he was like, yeah, my wife kept calling me while I was out here, and I was getting no signal, so I got pissed, and I just threw it off into the darkness.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. When I first saw that one, I told the wife about it. She was like, no way that happened. I was like, you gotta watch it. It was a classic. So we are back, and yes, indeed, how do we want to divvy out these goods? We should probably at least resolve that before we do anything further here tonight. We got about an hour or so left.
Do it like
about
Oprah.
how-
Everyone gets one.
Before we do any of that, about how big is this item? Is it like human size, or is it like how big is it?
It's like 6 inches by 3 inches. It's like a solid plate.
Okay. Cool. So it's kind of like need two hands to hold it, but it's
Yeah,
basically
maybe.
handheld.
You can hold it with
How
one hand.
heavy would it be?
Okay, cool.
Weight-wise, nobody's been able to determine because nobody's touched it yet.
Yeah, no, I
Hey,
was just curious how big.
somebody throw some meat on it. See if it'll cook it.
I could use Mage Hand and see if it would work if you guys ask me before I leave.
Well, Silkus also has Mage Hand, but yeah, you can go ahead and
Hey,
try it.
please.
All right. I'll stand the maximum range I can with my Mage Hand with telekinetic at 60 feet away, and I'll use it to lift it up.
All right. And you guys see the plate start to budge for a brief second. You see a look of shock and horror pop up on Xavier's face as he just pops out of existence.
Howard will just start
Interesting.
looking for like frantically around.
Looking for what?
I'm glad I didn't touch it.
He's just looking frantically around, looking for Xavier.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, he is. He didn't explode. There's not like entrails and shit everywhere,
Oh, no,
but
that's
he is
it.
just gone. No indication
It
of
was
what
his
happened.
mage hand, not his own hand.
He knows.
So did I
Interesting.
see anything?
You all saw him standing there. You briefly saw a look of concern, of shock, perhaps of fear pop onto his face, and then he just vanished.
Oh, I mean, I rolled a perception. I didn't know if maybe I noticed something other than that.
Gotcha. Yeah, nothing
While
in
while
addition
in the
to the
room,
description.
did I see the item like change or like?
It
did
only
do anything
briefly
else?
moved. It was like he tried to use the force and it like slightly wiggled on top of the ammo case that it's on top of, and then he was just gone, and then the item just kind of set back down.
Awesome.
Teleportation plate?
Sorry, where did all you guys come from? There was nobody here before. As I walk into the room.
I mean, has it been obvious that everybody's like, who's out of phase can kind of be seen?
Whoa, hold on. Why are
We-
there?
We never
two
really
lit
saw
on?
anyone when they were in phase.
Definitely.
Did he get a walkie-talkie? Can we just ask him where he went?
The bigger connection isn't so much that you guys might have seen each other in stasis throughout the mall clearing,
Oh,
so
yeah,
much
there was
that
the
you
weird-
guys, right? You guys were already kind of brought together in that weird paradise realm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, some of us also just
Right.
weren't, there on Monday, so. But our characters
Exactly.
were there.
Oh,
Tuesday or
you guys
Sunday
in
crew definitely
real
wasn't
time then.
Kind of blurred past Voodoo. I'm like, shit, maybe went up to her and the dragon and be like, do you know what just happened to Xavier?
I will.
Just cock my eyebrow at her like, what?
I am certain this is not the first time this has happened, but as events are not in their correct order, the what will occur after the how.
Oh, time manipulation.
Indeed.
I just gotta sigh, shake my head, and like, and walk away.
So, did he go to the past, or will he be here later?
When will then be now? Soon.
This is why I never talk to her. It's always riddles. It's always riddles.
I've just been hanging over here trying to absorb some sort of, I don't know, something from these two.
Oh, you're about to absorb something, all right.
Have
So
you guys
I already
found-
knew when he went?
My
or
gosh.
I will know when he went.
Well, see,
Oh
we
god,
can
she's
either
gotten bigger.
try to go after him
Woohoo!
by touching it the same way, or wait to see what happens.
I just look at you and I'm like, Silka's just talking. Do you want me to? I don't really know if we necessarily want to risk it, but then again,
Like, I'm just laying out the options. We can either
Yeah.
A, do what he did and see if we arrive at the same place that he did, assuming it was that kind of a thing, or B, wait to see what happens with him. Those seem
Well,
to be the option.
Let's look around and see if he left us a note. If he did, then he went to the past, and we can follow the note.
Is it big enough where we could all touch it at the same time?
the hell are you people touching?
I'm not touching it.
Stuff.
Have you killed the rest of the undead here?
Yeah.
Oh, the
Piece
undead
of,
were already all
uh,
killed.
There were a
So-
few stragglers we took care of.
it's a piece of mithril metal that's up here in that armory thingy.
We can't
Don't
go
know
off
if
of
you
my
all know what
investigation.
mithril is, but
Did he leave us a note?
Ping it on the map. Where are you guys talking about?
The upper right.
Oh, I'm right by it. I'll go touch it.
Know that you're in a
Howard will
mall.
tackle you before you get there.
Is it just a plate thingy, or what is that?
It is, yeah. It's like 6 inches by 3 inches. It's got some weird engravings on it. A cube design, some kind of star. And it's made out of some kind of galactic mithril known as Cardathi iron.
No, we can
Wood.
talk all day. Somebody here, hold my hand while I touch it. Let's see what happens. If it's
I feel like
electric,
this is
it'll go right through me into you.
Hey, if you all touch it, I'm just gonna take all the loot and put it in my space bag until y'all figure out what you want to do with it.
Space bag.
The spoils of this place are for all involved.
Yes.
Wait, not just start. Oh, damn it. Well, somebody figure shit out.
The party that I'm with cleared significant portions of this place out.
No,
Should
we
be
all did
rewarded
work.
aptly.
Yeah, we all did work here. We're all gonna get a cut. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we found 500 gold, so we can gladly split that with you guys.
I sheepishly start taking stuff
I
back out of
just
my
kinda
bag and putting it
stare
back.
at Cedar like, what the fuck?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant 500 copper.
Yeah, 24 insight.
Oh. Because that's bullshit.
Yeah, he's full of shit.
Wait, I would like
So
to roll
Kiss just,
deception.
so Kiss is just gonna look at
I'm
Celeste and
also a
he's
guard, so I'm used to dealing with shifty people.
So Kiss is just gonna look at Celeste and just say, "You want to tell me why your brother is what? Is he some kind of special, or is he just like disprotected about 500 gold all the time?"
The last thing I remember, there were like 50 zombies around us, and we were having the time of our lives. And then the next thing I know, everybody's dead.
Okay, I put it all back except the tent. I still haven't put that back.
Aren't you a
I
paladin?
spent over 100 years with him. I still don't understand him.
Yeah, I'm a paladin, but I'm vengeful.
Albert just shakes his head. I'm not dealing with this right now. I'm gonna go back to my other friends who are better people.
Oh, damn. Alright, so we are going to...
Wait, nobody's gonna grab this? We're just gonna leave it?
What is happening right now?
This is awesome.
I mean, you said it was a metal plate of some kind, right? That ported the somebody?
Well, the metal plate ejects a wave of force energy that knocks Cedar and Celeste back 20 feet, also inflicts 20 points of damage on each of them. And in the aftermath, Xavier is seemingly...
That's a bad idea.
Xavier is seemingly propelled from the plate. He falls prone on the floor with 1 hit point remaining at level 5 exhaustion.
Haha, he went to the future.
Level 5 exhaustion, there is no speed. Your hit point maximum is already worse than halved, and pretty much everything is at disadvantage.
And you're like 1 exhaustion level away from death, I think?
Correct.
Yeah.
Exhaustion level 6 is dead.
Yeah.
Who got
Valor will-
exhaustion?
Valor
Xavier.
will immediately push past everyone and just rush towards Xavier.
Oh, yeah.
Xavier will just like cough and be
Oh,
like, "Don't touch that thing."
What I can tell you is that you are not interested in telling anybody about what you saw inside of that thing.
He's just
You
gonna
have had
pick.
the fear of God stricken into you.
He's just gonna pick you up, Xavier, and just like run out with you, just getting
Hey.
you as far as away from that thing as he can.
Bring him to my tent. He gets a long rest. He'll right up.
Can you message me on what I did see though? That way I have information about what I saw.
Maybe I will.
Thank you, I'd appreciate it.
As he goes
Also,
by,
Xavier,
I'm gonna
I
touch
will
him
go
and
ahead.
give him lay
Okay.
on hands.
Oh, I was just gonna give him a potion. You can save that if you wanna.
Don't waste the
Don't give me
potion.
one
He'll
of
be all
them.
healed up in my tent.
Yeah,
What do the
whatever
markings
this
on here look like?
Good point. Yeah.
whatever this exhaustion effect is on him, it is also preventing hit point restoration.
Oh.
This is exactly what it looks like. Some kind of onyx star on a glass webbed background with a golden cube.
Does that mean anything to me?
It does not. Only Ballard is somewhat familiar with the metal it's made of. Everything else about it is just completely abnormal to anybody.
Would Silkus be familiar with the metal as well?
That should answer it right there. 22 in religion.
Yeah, it is not. It has no religious connotations that Skullcrusher is aware of.
Well, that was a waste.
Silkus might be familiar with it, but he has not made any rolls in that respect.
No, okay.
Maybe
It
if
really
we
does
shoot
kind
the
of look like
glass.
a cube of tea.
Are you magic users gonna figure that thing out, or?
Is there any way to like move it without touching it? Like
He tried to
either
use
with, like, a
Mage
magic
Hand
I
hand?
think that's
almost
what
got
he's already
killed.
trying to do.
The thing is, I've already
think
tried,
there's
and for the most
all
part,
has
it
been
doesn't even
made.
look magical.
Why am I thinking of that movie where the spaceship went through hell?
Event Horizon?
Yes.
I was going to say Baldur's.
But yeah, one at a time there. I think Celeste and Silkus were both saying things, and neither of them fully came through.
I was just responding.
Yeah, I think we've tried.
I was just responding to Westy and saying that, for the most part, it didn't even seem magical. Silka's talking, obviously. Didn't even seem magical. I mean, I didn't come up with anything. It didn't. I couldn't tell anything about it.
So it's non-magical but magical.
As far as I could tell, it didn't have any magical connotations from it, but clearly from what we saw, it has to be magical.
Or maybe having a magical effect put upon it. But we can't figure that out. Because all of our identify spells, we have to touch it.
Does it like these saber things that the cultists were using? I know you hold out a lightsaber. Magic, but not really.
Silkus would look down at his staff and just be like, okay, now's the time to speak up.
The hell do you want from me? You told me to shut up.
I also asked you the first time what this was, and you told me to fuck off.
I was just bullshitting.
Okay, well, you want to tell me what happened to this dude? He points to Xavier.
It looks like he was beaten with an ugly stick, and then fell down the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down.
But the item, not...
He did the time warp. Let's do the time warp again.
I love that he says that even though I have a charisma of 18. I'm just really badly burned.
I'm very badly burned. I'm still alive.
I mean, could it have been his magic that it was reacting to? Somebody literally just has to touch it?
He did touch it with a mage hand, so it's possible, but...
You want to ask him to touch it again? This time with his bare hand.
He doesn't look to be in that state.
I mean, would we really want to risk physically touching it since it was touched with magic before?
Are you guys
You tell
familiar?
me.
Are you guys familiar with Zastam?
Oh god, no.
Oh, jeez, did I say
What was that, canned spam?
No, pressed ham.
Stop trying to make the hungry man more hungry.
Cheese clam?
I
And
mean, he's
spam.
well known on my world, yes.
Deviled ham?
This is, I believe, an insignia of one of his inner circles.
I am from Waterdeep. Would that have any extra meaning then?
I mean,
Or even
anything
more
to
secret than that?
anything to do with Zastam
Okay,
is not good news at all. But I mean, his general workings are pretty secretive. So unless you're like
Yeah.
in deep with Fae and politics
Nope.
and culture, yeah, you're like, I know who Zastam is, but
Okay.
yeah, as far as like this being connected to him at all, that's kind of news to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because
Is
there's
your
not going to be
England-
too many.
It's radiant damage.
Yeah, sorry.
I would imagine Silkus and Ballard would know exactly who, or not exactly, but know of Zastan, but no, obviously nothing of these inner workings and shit. But
Absolutely. Yeah, this is just a thread for our Coalescence 5 and the first sneak peek that Xavier gets here at some of the more horrific effects that could await us in Coalescence 5, because if you've not yet made the correlation or seen the parallels, our Coalescence 1 through 3 definitely, as a Star Wars fan, kind of mirrored the high adventure, high excitement storyline, whereas now we're kind of in more the more localized nitty gritty. And we've had a fine heroic finale here for all of our tables, as far as clearing out the base and, for the most part, avoiding any permanent character deaths or NPC deaths. We got most everybody resurrected, I believe. But for our Coalescence 5, it's going to get pretty dark. Dork side of the Force. Hey, I used to write for them, actually. Subscription at Tier 1, a 20-month streak there from Arm Ripper Blaze. Thank you kindly, friend. Yeah, I wrote under the surname Callous Prayer. He was here like 2 weeks longer than you, so I guess that explains it.
Yeah, but I'm the tech support here.
That is very true. Oh man, I said it's going to get dark ahead, and everybody just was like, oh god.
Okay,
Well,
so
I went to go find Joey, so.
we should start divvying out this
So-
treasury stuff, though.
So Zara's talking to the dragon and the mistress over here, asking if they've ever seen anything like this before.
My child, no one has seen anything quite like this before. What I can tell you is that this is like a bad recipe. We've taken one half of an English trifle and mixed it with one half of an English shepherd's pie. And it tastes like feet. No two ingredients are mixing as they should. And I have made it my mission to sort out all of these jumbled, horrific steaks and separate them back into their unique places in the pantry.
Aren't you
It-
glad you
Okay,
asked?
thank you.
That was a very deep stretch into a Friends joke right there. If you didn't catch that, the Thanksgiving episode when Rachel has the cookbook stuck together and she makes half an English trifle and half a shepherd's pie, and the only one who likes it is Joey. He's like, "What's not to like? Custard, good. Fruit, good. Meat, good."
Joey will always be the king of that TV show.
Ross is like, "It tastes like feet."
How you doing?
Yeah, that was one.
I mean, I would have at least tried it.
That was one of my favorite moments. And at the end of it, they're like, "Well, if Joey really liked it, we left some out on the balcony." He's like, "Nope, I got that one." "Well, we left some in Monica's room." "Nope, got yours and got yours too." But anyways, back to the moment in game here. I do expect in the coming days more survivors from the localized region will make their way to this location, drawn by the the rumors and the energy that has been spread here, the gloom has been lifted from this site. This will invariably draw more of the living and, in time, unfortunately, more of the dead. I do believe you will have a great span of time here with which to prepare your defenses, train those of you who are not up to speed yet. During this time, I plan to unweave this paradox. This will place me out of communication, out of contact with all of you. It is my hope at the end of this, however, that all of you and all of these places will be restored to their rightful locations. As far as the lightsaber on the plate there, no reaction in that respect.
Yeah, didn't actually touch it, just seeing if it'll turn on near it or something like that.
Right.
Still not attuned to him.
Show. Yes, indeed, Brad and Terry, some of our few Role-Playing Unlimited friends here who have the only piece of merch that exists for Role-Playing Unlimited, the collector's coin.
Yes, it's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, made by Coins by Veterans, I think is what it was called, or something. I definitely made sure to look into a veterans-owned company because that definitely appealed to me, and had 100 of them minted and still got like 70 of them or so left. So we've been passing them out slowly over the last few years.
I wanted a surprise, and it's been treasured. It's awesome, though.
Oh man, if you're asking Jung for a book, she's gonna give you fucking Shang Tsu's Art of War.
That works.
That's why you're fucked up, boy.
As long as he has something else to read. I mean, he doesn't sleep, so.
Yes, but it's in Chinese.
Oh, damn.
That's alright, he can read anything.
And what else are we looking at here? Definitely should start getting this stuff divvied out here.
Yeah.
Who wants
Can
the
we
artifact?
do that in text chat?
We can certainly do some of it there as well. We can knock out some of it here, however you guys like.
I'd say
However we
the
want to
one
spend the
big
remaining
thing
time.
we should knock out right now is the gold. Should we just?
Do you
like,
know how many people are in each part? How many people are in the Monday crew?
Yeah.
I think all of our tokens between Monday, Tuesday, and all of our NPCs are either here or over here. Of course, Ballard and Xavier are kind of interesting additions because they literally showed up after everything was cleared. So it's
yeah, no, you
that
can
remains
exclude
to
Ballard
be
if you want to.
yeah, that remains to be seen how you guys want to handle that. But otherwise, I think all of the player tokens from Monday and Tuesday should be either here in the survival store or out here on this warehouse roof. And then, of course, the Susie sandwich right here, she likewise will not be included because she also just showed up.
Did we want to include all the NPCs and such in the gold dispersion? I don't know how much they can do with gold.
No. They're NPCs.
They assisted in the fight to clear this place as much as anyone, did they not?
No, I know. I agree with that. That's.
I remember like
Will
3
they
of them
use the
dying.
gold? That's the question.
So,
Do you ever give gold to the NPCs in the video game? Out of generosity?
Galric will be very vocal about making sure everybody gets their fair cut. And will be
Especially
very,
Shrubby.
very
You cannot
disappointed
forget
in
to get
anybody who
Shrubby.
says otherwise.
I guess the only NPCs I would like not really
Jan like probably
recommend
doesn't
giving.
need
Yeah,
gold.
recommend giving gold is the three down here. Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of separate themselves.
I don't really have any need for money. I mean, I can make money if I really need it. Or did I say that out loud?
Yonlek not interested in possessions of this nature.
We'll get you a good spot to grow, Jan.
Yes, Sod. Sod, please.
I was gonna
Does
say,
Sammy
he does have his rock.
in on it?
Man, the shrub just kind of
Hey,
shakes.
I'm glad we're friends, Shelby.
Does Sammy want
Glad I
in
asked
on
you
the
to come
gold
along.
pile?
Sammy's quite interested in any distribution if you guys are kind enough to include him.
Was he a combatant or was he just there?
Sammy's one of the NPCs.
Yeah, he
Good
like
guy, okay?
correct. He like Kurt, Corinne, and Tim were involved in combat like off camera before any of this happened or off the side while you guys were doing other combat, but they did not directly travel to the mall and clear the mall. Pete and Joey, alone from this crew right here, came along for this, and actually we have two other
You flipped
NPCs.
Scott and Pete there. If you're separating them.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. That's right. Yeah, Scott's with this crew. These are the ones who were on the helicopter.
Yep.
And likewise, we did have two other NPCs who were with. I think it's over.
Oh, we're missing Liv Tell.
Oh yeah, the volunteer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Use volunteer. I'm forgetting how to pronounce
Yu
it.
Zhong Vong.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna save that for Johnny, but she does not revivify.
Oh.
Whether that is because the 1 minute timer just slipped or something else happened is not quite known at this point, but as he was the one who revivified her, I do have that marked down as something to address during the downtime. And we did find Maggie and Kate in the cul-de-sac. They were behind that door that Silkus blasted open and almost broke these two ladies in half.
Yeah, I kind of killed them by accident and then revived them.
So they kind of fall in the same category as these 5 NPCs who have character levels of a sort. They've been part of the action. This woman literally survived a plane crash, but actively adventuring from the safe haven to clear out the mall, none of them were a part of that. Likewise, Sandwich Sammy would be in that category. So we've definitely got 6 who participated. Gene's participation, likewise. I mean, he never fought anything, but he was there in the thick of it. He was recording everything.
He took a hit. He took hits for us.
Yeah, I mean, he died. His bravery cannot be understated, but his contributions offensively
Minimal.
are non-existent. Although you could kind of say the same for Thompson, who actively went in trying to participate on an offensive capacity.
Yeah, whenever he could do melee, he was better.
Yeah, sure, he is a strength-based character, but he's a soldier at heart, and he's like, I gotta use this fucking rifle. It's what they gave me. It's what I'm trained in. But his inner instincts are like, just fucking get up and club these people.
Wait, did you say you're trained in the rifle? Is there any way you could show me how to use this shotgun, you called it?
Through the communication grapevine, I could train you in that. Well, we're gonna have some time here, it sounds like. So yeah, we can take some time for that.
Well, if nobody else is interested, I would like to take that energy shotgun.
Yeah, let's get this guy some ranged
I mean-
options. At least something, a pistol at the slightest.
I don't hear any objections to that.
I
would
mean,
already
there's
has
other
his
ranged
options.
users as well in Monday, but
Very true.
You guys have a ranger?
we do. We have a
I'd give him the
ranger and a
laser rifle
bard.
then. Give the ranger the laser rifle, because it's going to be for long distance shots.
You guys realize we only have like 3 magazines of energy shots for those weapons, right?
Probably plus what's already in the chamber, if any.
Well, and we're hopefully find out some more as we go. Just like, I mean, we're running out of arrows at this point too.
Well, fortunately, mundane arrows are something that we don't really track. The way that I handle energy cells is good news, bad news. It is unlimited ammunition until you roll a natural 1, and then psh.
Would Boward and Silkus be familiar enough with the energy weapons to know that? Like in-game?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, these
So
batteries,
they
if you
would
use them
convey
one
that
shot
to
at a
the rest
time, they tend to recharge.
They would convey that to the
Well,
rest
and
of the
also,
parties. Then.
as an artificer, I have proficiency with firearms, so I just
Okay. Yeah.
handle them for a moment. I can tell you all about them.
Heck yeah.
We'll let the ranger have the laser rifle, and then maybe give the bard a couple of dueling pistols. Is there any two-handed? Like, so somebody can have two-handed pistols?
Like the submachine guns on the one shelf over here?
Well, that's not in the list.
Yeah, there's a laser rifle and a shotgun.
And 4 pistols.
I forgot about Holiday here as well. Her character died, but she
4 pistols.
she was revived. So she is the final PC of Monday Crew. These are the 6-player characters not currently present. Westy is the one who is, so he's kind of speaking on their behalf. And then, of course, all of Tuesday Crew minus Casper is here right now, I believe. Although he did say he might join in very late.
For the NPCs, I've got a nice horse with saddle they can have, and then I think we have a barbecue. That's a good thing to get with your meat.
I don't think Brad's gonna give his grill away.
Hey, Brad, would you rather have 1,000 gold or a grill?
The Vorpal Hibachi.
I could always find another grill. Wait, why do I have to give up the grill for 1,000 gold? Seems like a
Well, if we split it with all the players, we're looking at like 2,000 apiece.
Oh, you want to give all the other players my grill and I get 1,000?
Yeah, we're gonna give the NPCs a horse and a grill. That's good.
Wait, the horse?
Yeah, they can have my horse. It's not like we've ever ridden it. It just kind of sits down there.
Oh, thank goodness! I thought you were talking about my horse. Wait,
Lidl grew in size.
do I have your horse?
I don't know if you have my horse. What's your horse's name?
Gosh, what's going on?
If I have 2 horses in my bag, that's awesome.
No, I have a horse in my bag.
Why does everybody have horses in their bag?
But
it came out of that thing that we got where we got like 8 windows, 4 doors, and a horse and a boat.
that would be a patch.
Oh,
a horse in a bag.
Yeah, I've got 11 patches on my jacket. It's got a lot of interesting
It's
stuff.
like a bed in a bag, except it's a horse in a bag.
Yes, I'll take the gold.
Wait, so are we excluding the NPCs from the
No,
gold?
we are not going to exclude the NPCs from the gold.
Okay,
They
because I'm
fought.
counting like.
They need to be equipped as well.
Yeah, I am not excluding them either, and I will be cross with the people who try to exclude them.
I thought NPCs just like auto-equipped. That's between them and the DM, right?
That's in a video game. This is not a video game.
Yeah,
I'm
even in
just gonna go
Baldur's
talk
Gate,
to
you gotta
Bleedle
equip your
and
other
have
party
I'm
members.
counting 25. I don't know what you guys are getting.
No, in Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate, I just make them all walk around naked. They're fine.
I put it
You
all in
make
the
the
chat. There's
NPCs walk around
25. There's
Well, I take
25
the good
unless
gear.
we don't include
I
the
always thought it
middle
was the
grade.
PC that walked
If
around.
there's 25, then we get 1320 gold apiece.
Yeah.
Is everybody okay with that for the gold? 1325.
Hey, I'll go ahead and update my character sheet. I'm good with it.
1320 apiece.
Hey, one thing for Brad and Terry. Are you guys updating your character sheets with your 1,250 gold pieces each session for your annual supporter bonus?
I was until
Oh, I
last
forgot
time,
about
and
that.
Terry told me to stop.
Yeah, I thought we couldn't do that till we were level 5 as a party.
It was estimated to be around group level 3, but on the 1st of November is when those storage lockers officially opened up. So you do get that 1250 per session. You get 1,000 per month if you are a supporter of any level on the Discord server. You get 1,000 extra per month if you're a booster on the Discord server. So there's multiple ways to add some coin
Do we
to that
have to
monthly
wait
storage
till?
locker.
Do we have to wait till party level 5 when the second annual kicks in for the second amount of that, or is it just the?
It will be around party level 6 before the next wave of bonuses come in that respect.
Okay, so it's still only 1,250 right now.
Correct, per session.
Okay.
I do have a question. If you're
So-
subscribed by a gifted subscriber on Twitch, and also you do the subbing on Discord, does that increase, or is it still just 1,000 altogether?
The Twitch does not add a monthly bonus to the storage locker.
Okay, that's what I was curious about.
So, the storage locker, did that start on November 1st, or has it been?
It started on November 1st, yeah. Once we had our merchants unlocked and we mostly had our bases locked down, that's when I opened all that stuff up.
And that's 1250 per session,
okay,
right?
cool.
So we've
No,
had 2 sessions.
Correct.
I need to add that.
Yeah, that's
Or in
1,500.
Kimberly's
Woohoo.
case, because she is guest starred in a couple of off sessions, or in Westy's case tonight, since he's guest starred in an off session, that does count for sessions that you're stepping into as well.
Sweet.
I
Well,
wasn't
that's
including
awesome.
Bleedle or the
Wait,
tree.
I could just step into a session and get money? I'm going to step in.
Well,
Wait,
yeah,
like all
I've been
those Monday
calling. I've been
sessions I
tagging
helped out
Monday
with?
and Tuesday crew the last 2 sessions. Like, hey, anybody wants to step in and help clear this mall out with your other side of your table there? Feel free to do so.
I know it's
So,
been crazy for me.
I get
feel you.
rewarded for all those Mondays I helped out with too.
I don't remember if you were here on Monday. I remember you helped out on a few Sundays, but that would have been
you were
before.
never here on Monday.
That would have been before the storage lockers opened up. That was actually like 2 months ago.
So no retroacting. Okay.
Yeah, just from the 1st of November. I just want to make sure you guys at least had your 2,500, which should be the minimum at this point.
Dan, did you answer the question about the double annual subscribers? When is that bonus kicking in for the double?
The second one will occur around group level 6.
All right.
And then I think we have one person who still has a triple, so that would be around group level 11.
So the 1320, should I take off the 33,000 gold on the list then?
I don't think it's 1320. I think your math is off.
33,000 divided by 25 is.
Where are you getting
1320.
25?
Because the who said there were 25 people?
Well, just out of the NPCs and the player characters that aren't here, there's already 19. And then counting the others, there's 26. Not counting Ballard and Xavier.
I counted one. I counted Ballard / Xavier, Skyless, whichever one you are, as one.
Oh, I
Because
thought
you
we
have
were
two
just
characters,
opting
right?
out. Yes,
You have two
Ballard
characters?
and Silkus are both mine, but Ballard wasn't here, so he
Yeah,
was just
so
opting
which
out of it.
one of yours was
Silkus.
counted by me?
Silkus
Which,
counts.
yeah.
Wesley, how many
comes up to
players did you
a
get?
total
So
of
if we
26?
don't include Susie, then my count would be 6 non-combats.
So 33,000 divided by 6? That doesn't make any sense.
No. He's saying there were 6 non-combat characters. If you don't
That.
include Susie Sandwich.
How many total characters are there?
27. Not counting Susie Sandwich, I counted 27.
How many
I just went
combat
ahead and
drops?
put 1320 into my into my sheet.
All right, we're doing high level math here, counting.
I was
If
going to
there's
say I only count
27,
26. Not
there's-
I was good
including-
with the 1320. I'm good. It's on there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I count 26 because Mistress Aji isn't one.
Are
I
these
did
the
not count her.
characters that everybody agrees are not getting shares, or am I hearing that incorrect?
I was
Um,
counting them.
Okay.
The six non-combatant NPCs.
Minus
Sammy-
Susie Sandwich because she
Yeah.
walked in.
Right,
Yes.
so these 6 here. So these
Yeah,
are
those
the
are getting a
characters
cut.
that are included in your NPC
There,
tally.
Casper's a player there, so
Is
Correct,
there any
correct.
way that the DM could just tell us how many players there are, so we could just get over this real quick? Because we could probably argue about this for 20 minutes.
Hey, I'm just glad they can't speak our language. That way they don't hear all this shit.
I mean, it's 25 or 26 or 27 is what everybody's shouting.
I mean, I see 14 player characters. There's 7 Monday characters, there are 7 Tuesday characters, and then there are 12 NPCs.
That's what I count.
Did you
It's
guys remember to
26, yeah.
count the 2 Cult of Nihilists that are up front?
Yeah, I thought you were counting zombies here. I mean, come on.
I'm counting 26.
If
Yeah,
there are
that's what I was saying,
26,
yeah.
we get 12,069 and change. Or 1,269 and change.
No, I've got 1320 down. I'm going back in my boat.
So we each get 1,200 gold.
1269.
1,269.
Summer girl. Hey, Bleedle, can you make some more gold?
Not right now, I can't. I don't want to.
Can you write the 1269 on the party sheet there in lieu of the 33,000? So that will at least mark that down for anybody who does not add it in right now. I'll definitely want to use that as reference for the NPCs. And then our remaining Monday players who are not here right now, we'll definitely need
I
to
updated it.
make use of that. Very cool. And then items, I know we already talked about the shoddy and the laser rifle.
Yeah, is everybody okay if I take the shotgun?
No objection here.
Only if I get to watch you shoot it. That sounds fun.
Oh, I'm gonna roll a 1 the first time I shoot it. Just watch.
There are 3 energy cells for it and only 2 energy weapons. So who's gonna end up with extra ammunition?
I'll give it to the ranger. I'll just take 1 cell for it.
All right, so we will remove these from the listing here.
How are we putting this on our character for like an energy weapon?
You should
Put
find
energy
shotgun
rifle.
should be in the
Shotgun's there, but not
en-
energy shotgun.
Right. So I would just copy the standard shotgun info over, but change the damage type to energy. And I would also increase the damage from 2/8 to 3/8.
Ooh, very
How
nice.
many energy cells was the ranger getting
She gets
for
2.
the laser rifle?
2.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's Nyx who's going to be getting the
Yep.
the rifle. She's already got an automatic rifle, so a laser rifle would be a nice upgrade. And Corinne, once we link everything up during downtime, our NPCs here who were left behind in the cul-de-sac, it's a short visit for our more combat-capable characters to traverse during the day and bring back our characters to our new safe base. There were a few other automatic rifles and pistols left behind at the house where these people were hanging out that they will of course bring with them. Most of the ammunition was depleted, so they're basically just weapons without rounds. but the missile launcher will be of use because now we can match it up with the missiles right here. And who wants fireballs but cold damage? It's basically what the missile launcher is going to be. Is you can throw fireballs, but they do 8d6 cold damage instead.
That's awesome. Who's a ranged dealer that could use that?
And then same thing with your grenades right there. They're standard grenades, except they do extra fire damage.
I'm not ranged, but I would definitely take a missile launcher for range because I am dexterous.
Nice.
But can you use firearms?
No. Or do you want to take it as the artificer?
I mean, I've already got spells and an arcane cannon and shit, so I don't really need any guns.
Downtime, the one downtime point in addition to skills and tool proficiencies, weapon proficiencies would also fall in that classification.
I just want to see the fairy fire at one time and see her fly off the screen.
Oh, thank you.
It's got some kick.
I mean, I can certainly, or anybody who uses firearms can teach somebody else how to use it.
It could also be just used for base defense, essentially. If that comes into play later.
Well, don't everybody
Kinda
speak
like
up
we
at
had to
once. Who
protect
can
the
use it?
base.
I think among PCs, I'm the only one who has firearm proficiency.
A lot of
Kind
our
of,
NPC, Pete's really good with range weapons, so I don't know that he's going to be going anywhere anytime soon, but he's very proficient with weapons.
Yeah,
Scott would also be a good candidate.
He likes his
for that.
bow, but
Yeah, he's a bowman. Thompson or Scott would be very interested in the rocket launcher of our NPCs.
I knew Scott would like it after I took his rifle and he got pissed at me.
Yeah, likewise. Joey has a rifle, but he prefers to get up close, and the weight of the rocket launcher is not something he wants to deal with. And Rusty, yeah, he's recovering from death, and he did not have a firearm at all. He was given a longbow throughout all of this, so whether he is capable with firearms is yet to be determined. He actually seemed more comfortable with his machete.
And I didn't mean to imply that I was stealing the tent, guys. I just needed to use it so I could attune my weapons.
Well, thankfully it's a survival store, and we've got a big storeroom here with extra sleeping bags, tents, and all kinds of survival gear in that respect. Like mundane survival stuff, we are set.
Oh, I thought it was an instant tent.
I mean, it's a pop-up tent, but it's not like a magical, like, instant fortress or anything like that.
Oh, well, fuck, that was my misunderstanding. I thought it was just like the instant fortress where you get an instant long rest for
Oh,
like
yeah, that was
5 minutes.
just, yeah, that's just wishful thinking.
Oh, well, no wonder it didn't do the man any good when y'all put him in. Shit.
Yeah, he's still fucked up. He can't move.
You're like, hey guys, come to my weird tent.
Well,
Everybody's
now
just
you
like,
understand
well,
how I was thinking.
Everybody's just
Y'all
like, well, he
coulda- y'all
decked
coulda
it
asked
out.
what the fuck I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, he decked it out very nicely. There's a Three's Company poster on the wall, and it's like got all that cool, like, hippie neon furniture and shit inside of it. But I mean,
Yeah, I was staying away from the barbarian who was over there going, "You want the barbarian to touch it? Come sleep in my tent."
It's like the guy that pulls up in like the panel van is like, hey, I've got puppies in here.
Oh God! Notice the people who are furthest away from this want nothing to do with that.
Well, now I just look like a weirdo with a fucking upside down rowboat.
All I can say is Xavier's just chilling in the tent reading his Sun Tzu's Art of War.
He needs
Who are
somebody
the
else to turn the
tanks?
pages for him, though, with a 0 movement speed.
I didn't think it would affect my movement or affect me turning pages. And use my
It's
mage
okay,
hand for
I'm
that.
just joking. He's
Bauer's
like
looking over your
paralyzed.
shoulder, turning the pages for you.
I'm glad you set me straight. Dan, because
Yeah, that would have been.
I was looking in the compendium. I was like, "There's a 10 of luxury. That must be it."
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that would have been an uncomfortable misunderstanding
Wow.
to jump into.
I got a
to
tenth of
January
luxury
with.
for you.
Yikes!
Who are the takes for the pills for the healing for Monday?
The what?
The
Takes.
like
For
the takes for
chain
Monday.
armor, you're saying?
No, for the
the
greater
pills.
healing pills.
Oh, the greater healing and the superior.
Adolin
healing
is their
spells, yeah.
cleric, so he could probably use some of those to spread around the group. Grixalot tends to get up in the thick of it a lot. Of course, Wudorm is always in the front line.
I think Casper would take some in our group as because he's a cleric, I think too.
Yeah, so it looks like we got 18 greater healing. There's stims and pills.
Right? All translates the same, just
Yeah.
narrative stuff.
18
So
greater
Monday-
healing and 4
Monday
superior.
crew takes 9 and Tuesday crew takes 9 in
Yeah.
the greater healing.
Yeah, so
I'll take a stem because I don't think I can swallow a pill.
It's
So
like half,
Tuesday's
it's like the
gonna
size of your
take
head.
this. Yeah, Tuesday will take all the stems, and then Monday can have all the pills.
I don't think she should take a stem either. It's like sticking a sword through her abdomen.
Yeah, it
But it
probably
heals her.
probably really bad.
The pills are the
I
size of her
updated the
head.
list there.
Who ended up with the rocket launcher? I'm sorry, I know we kind of cut off.
I don't
in the
think we
middle
really
of that.
decided. I don't
Just leave
know that
that.
anyone would really
I
want
mean,
to.
it depends on what missions we go on. I can
Yeah.
definitely take it with us if we need to use it.
Right.
But
Yeah, NPCs, Scott and Thompson were most interested, but otherwise we can keep it in the general inventory if we so wish.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think,
it was more-
leave
yeah.
it in the inventory and say that it's in the base unless somebody says, "Oh, this will be a mission that it's good for."
Sure. Okay.
So, like,
yeah, and besides that, I think it was more of like, it seemed like the general interest was in the
Low.
NPCs using it.
Well, that's cool. We can at least resolve that. Make sure to write down we have 6 frost rockets and grenades. Who wants the fire grenades?
Honestly, Xavier would love fire grenades. He likes fire. But he's not in that whole divvy up thing.
Our bard likes to throw things. He's always throwing magic stones. He may want one or two.
Those aren't people throwing them at him for bad singing.
No,
So why don't you give?
he launches magical stones at creatures.
So give him 3, and then give Arm Ripper 3.
That's
he
fair.
likes stoning
Because I think
people.
Arm Ripper would be loving throwing some grenades.
That's Skull Crusher, but yeah.
Or yes. Arm Ripper would eat them.
So frag grenades,
Yes. Yes,
by
he-
default, do 5d6 piercing damage. These do an extra 3d6 fire damage on top of that. So it's 8d6 total. It's essentially like a fireball in and of itself, except it's a mix of physical and fire damage.
I just put 3 for Monday, 3 for Tuesday there.
All right. And perhaps the creme de la creme right here, the Radiant Mine. That might be like the rocket launcher, but might be worth determining which table inventory it goes into, because once we get out of downtime, we're of course going to go our separate ways into different adventures. And then of course, once all that's done, we've got this unfortunate thing to cipher through.
I think we have a roll off, roll a D100, Westy and J-Man, and whoever rolls the highest, that group gets that.
That's right.
Sounds good.
Because that's about as fair as we can
What's
get
going
for
on?
it, I think.
Pretty much.
J-Man's got to roll a D100 for the...
Oh, okay.
For the mine.
Whoever gets higher gets the Radiant Mine for their table.
is anybody even interested in that Elven, the equivalent of Elven chain?
I'm sure
need it,
people
no.
on our table would, specifically Adolin and probably Grelix, probably the Bard as well.
I bought some already, so I'm good. I don't need it.
Yeah, I don't
And
know what they have.
Take the chain then for you, West.
I don't need it.
No, for your group.
There's 4 of them, right?
Yeah.
Looks like
Hey.
Grixalot is... I mean, he's barbarian fighter, so I think he's not rocking any armor.
Yeah, I
at
didn't know what he
all.
was using and
Yeah, it
what he
doesn't look
wasn't
like-
with that build.
Doesn't look like he is. Fury might
Okay.
be able to make use of it. Let's take a look at his character.
That or Thompson or...
Right. Yeah, definitely our combat characters can make use of that, our NPC combat characters. I would think Fury might be able to make use of it. He is also an artificer and only wearing studded leather currently.
Oh, he's an art. I thought he was a bard.
I thought he was too for some reason, based on the spells he's using, but I guess he's an artificer.
So it looks like the Radiant Mind is going to Tuesday.
Yep.
Looks
And Gallagher
like...
can keep it. As the artificer, he probably should keep that anyway.
Sounds good.
I'll go ahead and remove it from the overall list, and he can add it to his.
And we can ghost that item right there, and that will leave us with the artifact itself to deal with.
What about the walkie-talkies?
That would also fall under mundane equipment. Likewise, we do have a couple assault rifles here, SMGs. They would basically just use the assault rifle stats, so if anybody wanted to take some of these, they do only have what is inside the magazine right now. They are full, so they're each carrying 30 rounds. But we do have, looks like 4 of them between the weapon cases we can see.
That's too much math for me to keep up with.
Yeah, 4 rifles
Where's-
under 20 rounds.
That's why I
don't-
haven't grabbed any rifles.
I don't see the artifact on the list.
Well, it's because it's right here. We haven't picked it up yet. We don't have
it was
it.
never put on the list.
Oh, is the artifact that thing that we're not supposed to touch?
It's not.
Yes.
That you're not.
Yes,
supposed
it
to
is.
touch. Yes.
Oh, Silkus just ran right up and grabbed it. Look at that.
Oh, fuck off. Put the thing back.
It's the new Nihilus.
It was Tippy did it.
Don't you
It was all
dare
Tippy's
turn
fault.
Don't you dare turn Silkus into Nihilus.
Is there like weird energy flowing off the thing, or?
There's not. It's very, like, mundane and dormant. If you hadn't seen it do what it did, you wouldn't think there was anything magical about it.
You could accidentally trip one of the NPCs into it.
Maybe we throw something at it that's mundane. Don't do magic things to it. Do something mundane.
Can we
like...
put it in
Here,
a box?
what about I could put my shotgun and shoot my shotgun at
to
it.
transport it?
No. Just
That's
throw
energy.
something at it.
Simple. I'll grab a tool out once Silkus moves out of there.
Grab one
You're
of
gonna
the
throw
stones.
that's
I'll just
bard
grab a
throws.
tool and throw it at it.
Yeah, let the bard throw a stone.
He's not here. I'll just throw a
Oh.
stone at
Don't
Or
throw
a
Silkus
tool.
at it.
Throw Silkus at it.
it.
Throw the staff at it. Throw the staff of the Magi at it.
Hell no. Fuck you.
Yeah, poke it with the tip.
Or go
Tippy.
tap the Sunday morning table and grab the Arnold Schwarzenegger blade. Oh, let's do this. All right, throwing a mundane item at the tablet.
Like tablet, you mean like a slab stone, right? Not like digital kind of thing, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like
No,
the
it's
Ten
a loaf
Commandments.
of bread. We're throwing a loaf of bread.
A loaf. I throw a shoe. Who throws a shoe? Lord knows we got plenty of them just sitting around out here in the fucking mall everywhere.
So much mundane clothing
I'm gonna
everywhere.
throw a cowboy boot at it.
Wait, where are those pair of panties?
They're
Well,
everywhere.
The Tangerine Speedo that Silkus was supposed to get now has a zombie carcass all over it down here.
I think there's a bunch of lingerie outside in the storeroom.
I'm pinging a pair of panties that I see on the floor here.
Oh, goodness.
It's a Speedo.
Okay, so what happens to the boot loaf of bread panties?
It hits the item and knocks it off of where it is. And in fact, it falls behind the cases. And the shoe
You're gonna
kind
say it
of
explodes.
the shoe
Everyone
just
make
kind
new
of lands
characters.
on top of it, and kind of spins to a top where the item used to be.
But it didn't react to the mundane nature of it.
It did not.
Well, at least now we know.
Perfect. Problem solved. It's in a good spot for now.
It's behind a counter. We don't have to worry about it, people. Problem solved.
Nobody wants to peek back there and see what happened to the other items?
I'm just gonna quickly arcane lock this door so Skull Crusher can't get his curiosity
I was
locked in here.
going to go in and
Oh,
deal
okay,
with it.
go ahead.
Unless somebody else wants to go touch it.
So you're telling Skull Crusher to go back to his P tent? Got it. Okay.
Why don't you pee on it, Skull Crusher?
I
think we
prefer not to touch it after that.
Because I'm not Arm Ripper.
So it's buried back behind the counter thing?
Yeah, I mean, it just fell back behind one of the weapon cases. These are all different cases meant to hold, like, rifles and shotguns and shit.
Can I move the cases out?
Yeah. Yeah,
to
you can
reveal it in...
sort the cases out here, and sure enough, it's just kind of wedged up against the wall.
I mean, should I touch it?
No.
I vote no.
Just the tip.
I'll, I have a
Celeste is
mundane...
like, I am out of here.
I have a mundane
Let's
longsword. I'll tap it with that. Whee!
There he goes.
Here we go again.
Sounds like I'm gonna have a friend sitting in the tent with me recovering.
Well, I don't know who that
Possibly.
strange boy man was, but he just got sucked into that metal plate.
I said I
Of
was
course you
touching
got
it
it.
with the mundane sword, so y'all saw that.
Yeah.
Or Silkus at least did.
Maybe it can't be metal on metal. Touch it with the staff and see what happens.
What happens?
This
Don't
staff
you
is
dare!
an idiot.
The staff is wood.
It's also magical. We've seen it touched by magic.
I want
Ooh.
nothing to do with
We've
that
seen
thing.
it touched by metal.
Well, if I'm gonna have something to do with it, you're gonna have something to do with it by association.
Silkus, ask the staff if there's any if what we should do. Should we just? Is there a way to store this or hide this item so it's not a danger?
You heard the man. Answer the question.
Put a
Hey,
force
hear me
cage
out,
around it.
Silkus. Hear me out. If you throw the staff at it, we already know it's going to make that staff quiet for several minutes.
Okay, first of all,
That might give you a break.
hey staff, you wanna deal with this? Cause I know you got a spell you wanna put out on him, right? No. Can't let him
No.
push-
What did the
push
staff
you
say
around
what to
like
do with it?
The staff said to put a force cage around it.
that? Okay, cool.
Oh, do we have a force cage?
Did you lose your mic there, Richter? You're sounding like 100% or like 80% softer than you were a few minutes ago.
I moved it away because my cat's sitting on my desk.
Ah.
I was going to say
Much
something
clearer.
more appropriate.
Does anyone have a force cage?
See, I thought a force cage would be magic, and magic towards it's a bad idea.
Magic directly touching it is a bad idea. Force
Correct. It's
cage
like
does
putting
not
a
touch it.
magical prison around it.
Wouldn't that be kind of the same thing as you arcane locking it?
I guess, kind of, but not. I mean, I could arcane lock the door, but
That didn't work.
I mean, I feel like that would be.
I say just leave it behind the. Oh,
Oh, you look real
it's weird
tired.
now.
Oh yeah, he is effed up in a
Seen
bad
better
way.
days.
I don't think we can leave this just laying here.
That's why I touched it.
I think we can.
I just
Could open
lean
now
against
and
his
figure it out
counter.
later.
Unless you want to toss your spatial bag at it and see if it'll just get sucked in.
The device got here somehow.
Just throw a life jacket over it.
Yeah, I think the best bet is we just leave it and then we arcane lock this door and then we know where it is. If we ever need it, we can come back for it, hopefully.
I mean, the only other people here are zombies, so it's not like we have anything to worry about, right? Famous last words?
Well, there's like 48 NPCs that just took all our gold, so there's more people than just zombies.
48.
Udorm and Xavier's thoughts are haunted with the visage and the terrors of the arch lich known as Zastam.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot it belonged to him. Okay, maybe we should do something.
A quick question: Has my book had anything written in it other than my spells? Obviously.
Nothing yet.
Okay, cool.
Downtime, probably.
There's a big cardboard box over here. Should we just cover it up with a cardboard box?
Do not touch.
I mean, if you want to give me a hand to get out of here.
Right? They're so quick to carry Xavier out, they just leave you all leaned up, awkward up against the freaking ammo cases here.
Silkus couldn't lift you if he tried. So.
I can.
Dude, I'm small. I'm
I'll
tall,
grab
but
him
I'm
and
lean.
carry him.
Silkus
I'll
only
carry
has
him
10
out.
strength, buddy. He ain't
That's
lifting no
normal for a person.
Xavier would happily carry you, but he can't move.
I'll carry you out to where the boat is, and I'll put you in the boat next to Xavier
Yeah,
over here.
put everyone in the boat, and I'll just drag the boat.
I just imagine Skullcrusher just like literally traversing the mall by like rowing the boat with the people who can't move in it.
I can do it. It's 12 feet long.
So anyone who's near the tent would actually hear Xavier sounding out the words for Sun Tzu's Art of War as he goes through reading.
Hey, wait, guys. Guys, listen to the barbarian. One of my patches is a spell scroll containing one spell of my choice from 1st to 3rd level. Is the that cage a spell between 1st and 3rd level?
No.
It's a magic item, not a spell.
It's a spell, but it's level
Oh, it
7,
is.
I believe.
Yeah.
What happens if we just everybody gets out of the room and we throw a grenade in the corner and close the door and see what happens?
Do it!
Hey, I also have a pit. It's a cube 10 feet on a side. We can just put the pit on it.
Won't that make it fall through to the first floor?
Yeah, that's where Gene is filming the aftermath. Catch this, folks. Zombies lay dead everywhere. I myself was counted among their number. And then out of nowhere, hey, what's that? Oh, God!
Well, I tried.
What's the thing called that we need to cover it with?
Force cage.
Yeah, this big wall of text that I just put up here. It's a 7th level spell. The staff was kind of speaking facetiously.
It was being a
I don't
dick.
even think the staff can cast it. So.
Oh man.
Yeah, the staff
mean,
can't even cast it.
Those of you who played my
Touch it with the
last,
staff.
those of you who played my last module, remember that because it trapped somebody
It
in
trapped
it.
my
until they died.
character, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And even then, it's got a duration of 1 hour. So you can conjure up this massive, awesome thing. And then it's like, okay, well, we need to do that 24 times a
Forever.
day forever.
All we really need is a sphere of annihilation to touch it.
Oh, is
that
that all?
might help. That
That's
might
it,
help.
yeah.
Hey, Silkus, ask Tippy if we could throw a grenade at it, if that would do anything.
Will it do anything? As I look down.
Is this thing considered a creature?
We know you can talk to people. Answer. As I'm like patting my staff.
I'm about to, bitch.
Nudge it with your foot.
What about putting the blood of one of the undead on it? Because Zaztam is associated with necromancy and stuff.
It is a possibility we could try, yes.
Grant, roll a dexterity save.
Oh, good lord.
Can we place it in a bag of holding and just not worry about it? Sokas, can you ask your staff?
Woohoo, 22.
Very nice. Give me 1 second here. I need to alter the terrain. That's kind of cool, but that's not what I want. No.
Wait, I'm in the middle of everybody. What am I the only one that's got to roll a dex save?
Because I said so.
Roll a dex save.
Oh, no.
How is this such a hard thing to find?
Did he accidentally pull the plug on an inflatable life raft?
Hey, ask Woody if we can just throw it in a bag of holding.
How are you gonna get it in the bag if we can't touch it?
No. Mundane items can touch it. Just use the
No,
boot. Kick it
no,
into
they
the bag.
can't.
No, they can't.
The boot did just fine when it hit it.
The
Yeah,
boot
but
was
we
fine when
can't-
you hit it, but Wudon's mundane sword
Wudorm.
was not fine when you hit it. Wudorm, sorry.
Hey, Skull Crusher, roll a dexterity save.
What?
I swear I did not drop my grenade.
All right. Yeah, we're going
19.
to have you step out of here as well, as the terrain suddenly shifts under both of you as a pass wall spell affects the floor, creating a path leading directly down to the first level, and both of you guys almost fall right through this newly revealed passage to the storefront below you, but your dexterity saves you and you manage to step aside at the last second.
What
Is
in
my
the
boat
hell?
okay?
Somebody get me
How did-
away from those holes.
That happened.
That's what he said.
Guys, we need to get away from. We probably should get away from upstairs if the floor is clapped.
Yeah, how did that
agreed.
happen?
Or just start dragging you away, Westy.
I think we put too many things in the boat.
I think was there a force pulse the second time I was pushed out?
There was.
That pulse might have damaged the floors or something. I don't know. But help me out of here, please.
I think it would have actually.
From where I'm at, outside the sporting goods store, just kind of watching this from afar, I go, the fucking staff did it, idiots.
Oh yeah, are we supposed to
That's
throw
a
that
spell.
in the hole?
What just happened is a spell. It's gonna go
I'm
away.
moving. I'm moving in here, closing the door, looking at my staff, and just say, "What the fuck was that for?"
Oh, it was hidden. Why'd he do that then?
You should ask the staff.
That's what I'm talking to the staff. I went into here and closed the door.
Yeah, he's getting some alone time with the staff.
I don't
again.
answer to you.
You have quite literally only talked to me for like half the time we've been here. Why did you just do that?
That doesn't mean I answer to you.
Okay, we'll answer out loud to everyone else.
No!
Well, then who do you answer to?
Your mom.
Okay, well, she's not here.
Go get her.
Do I really have to act this out?
Oh yeah,
You started this,
yes,
bitch.
please.
You started this.
You're the one who brought in my mom. Just fucking answer the question.
I have no answer
I
for
went to
you.
help Westy's character. I'm stuck.
If you didn't do
the
it, tell me
fairy's
you
trying
didn't
to
do
drag
it.
him. Oh.
I think we're okay
didn't
according
work.
to what Galric said.
If you didn't do it, tell me you didn't do it. If not, tell me why you did it.
The boat is hanging precariously on the ledge here of the newly revealed pit. It doesn't need to roll a save, but you might want to pull it out of there just in case the pit happens to widen and it just falls all the way down and shatters on the first floor.
I have no manipulative powers. We can just put it back in my bag of holding.
Apparently it's a folding boat and goes all the way down to the size of a pea. Don't take that literally. You do not have a folding boat. Although you can buy one probably. I think they're a rare or lower value item.
Tempting.
I have a rowboat pouch too. Patch.
Well, friends, we did it. That is a wrap for us tonight. We have a nice stretch of downtime to look forward to here ahead with our Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday evening teams. I've already got a good deal of plot built out for all three of those tables. It's really one table at this point during our downtime, but of course we're going to start setting up the angles for Coalescence Chapter 5 beginning in January. We're going to see some new, a lot of new things over the coming weeks here. Our first major thing, of course, will be November 22nd. This coming Friday, we're going to have our damage report stream and do a rough recap of all 45 sessions so far. So definitely a very rough recap in that respect. And otherwise, we have our final finale up tomorrow night. The Feudal Waterdeep will be celebrating its 22nd session. I believe you guys had 23 between these three tables. They're going to have 22 between theirs. To close out Coalescence Chapter 4, Feudal Waterdeep, as they settle into their home base, divvy out their treasure, find any potential items of interest, just like you guys did tonight, and hopefully we have as solid of a turnout then as we do now. That will be Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, to close us out officially for the year, and then Friday night, of course, the damage report stream, and during that stream will be the unlocking of our 3 community challenges. So make sure to rally your tables, get them on board for that, make them aware of the December 1st server anniversary, because we've got a lot of cool prizes coming out that day, but you got to participate in the minimalist capacity for that one day and that one day only. The rest of the month, definitely participation encouraged, because the downtime itself offers some pretty valuable prizes as well. So we got a lot coming up here in the weeks ahead, friends. Thank you as always. Thank you for a record-breaking hype train tonight, friends. Level 12. We will definitely have to look through the leaderboards, the total contributions, and go through all of that. Maybe not tonight, but definitely tomorrow at some point. I should have all of that set up for all of you, and we can start going through all of that. But much love all. We will see you tomorrow. I'm sorry, not tomorrow. Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, for the finale for the Feudal Waterdeep side of things. Catch you then, friends. As always, there is no RU without you. Have a good night.
Fun session and definitely a good first season of this campaign.
Very much so. Now I'm curious at what exactly happened when I got teleported away into this place of Zastan.
Oh, I thought you found out.
All he said was there was visions of Zastan that were haunting me, but that was all.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't
Are we
specify.
still?
He's
We'll
here,
send out-
so technically we'd still be going through stream.
Yep.
Okay. Are
I
we
can still see it on
broadcasting?
stream.
now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
As long as Daniel's in chat.
So I know
he'd
we're
be
done
straight.
for this game and we're done for the other Tuesday game, but I'll remind everybody that we're gonna meet on the 10th for the other Tuesday game and try to develop some characters December 10th.
Yeah,
Other
for
Tuesday
That's what I was
game?
gonna say. Yeah, for J-Man's game.
Yeah, for J-Man's game.
This is gonna